Remember, I told you this. I told all of you that I didn't buy into superstition, okay? Nothing I do over here on the East Coast reflects how the game is going to be played on Thursday Night Football in LA. That is what I said. It's why I came out with a video that I literally called the game. I was like, the Rams are going to prevail. They're going to beat the Saints. Like, I'm not worried. The reason why I said that is because I went through and I was like, wait a minute. You know, this number 2 pass defense over the last 3 games, who have they played? And I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. Like, everyone's saying Matthew Stafford's going to be a bad fantasy play today because he's going against a really good secondary, a really good pass defense. And all I'm thinking is, is he? Or did they just play nobody? Like, they played the Giants. They played the Panthers. Like, I mean, so the Saints going into this game, the 5 best quarterbacks the Saints played, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love. They're 0-5 against those. Matthew Stafford was the best quarterback they were going to play all year. And they're now 0-6 against the best quarterbacks they've played. They've beaten Ryan Tannehill, who got benched. They beat Bryce Young twice. They beat Mac Jones, benched. They beat Gardner Minshew, Tyson Bagent, and Tommy DeVito. It's not that I want to take anything away from this Rams win. That's not the point. The point is, this one was easy. Like, it ended up being a close game, but, like, you had a freak punt block. The Rams dominated this. They absolutely dominated. And if it's not for that BS holding call, Kyren Williams runs the game out without them even being able to block that punt. So anyway, let's talk about it. Rams have now won 5 of their last 6. Derek Carr's 0-4 against the Rams. He threw another interception. Just really, really proud of this team. I can't stress that enough. Just really proud of them. Proud of this team. Proud of Sean McVay. Proud of just the entire coaching staff. It's a constant, man. It's just constant. Like, with this team this year, it feels more special than any team in the past. I mean, no disrespect to the other teams. I love Todd. I love Robert Woods. I love Jalen Ramsey. I love all those guys. Even last year felt a little special because those guys, you know, watching Michael Hoyt grow, you know, watching these other guys come up, you know, it was cool. There's something about seeing a team that's considered an underdog, right? There's just something different. When you're talking about an underdog and a team that no one wants to give a chance in hell of them winning, and they start winning, and furthermore, you know, they back up the things you were saying in the offseason and they make you look good. I don't know, man. I'm attached to this team. It's not just the Los Angeles Rams. It's not just the brand, the brand, the organization. This specific 2023 roster, I can't get enough of. From Matthew Stafford playing the best football of his career, I'll say it. I've been a Stafford fan since day one, just about. I loved him in Detroit. You could find a tweet like 5 years before he was traded to the Rams. I have a tweet out there saying I wanted Stafford. So I've always been a fan of his. I've never seen him play as good at football as he's playing right now. Stafford, this is the best he's ever looked. This is a guy who had he had a spinal cord contusion. This guy people thought was going to retire. And here he is dishing out 328 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions against one of the best secondaries in the league. Again, I don't think they were that great, but statistically they were. How about Kyren Williams, the 5th rounder who Alexis and I went crazy excited for when the Rams drafted him? I had him as number 4. People thought I was crazy because he ran a slow 40 time. Alexis said he was the number 1 running back. They called her a homer because he went to Notre Dame. Well, the fact is, Kyren Williams is the 2nd best running back in football. It's now 3 straight games in which he's gone over 100 yards. And the Saints, they're not a great run defense Or maybe they are a bad run defense. Who knows? Regardless, they sold out to stop the run and still couldn't do it because Kyren Williams is that good at making guys miss and breaking tackles and being an utter pest. That's what makes Kyren Williams work. How about Ronnie Rivers? He didn't do anything spectacular. Six carries, 20 yards. He had a great run. Bad spot. Should have given him the first down. Great run. It was a 10-yard run. But here's the thing. Ronnie Rivers, his journey, he got hurt the same time that Kyren Williams got hurt. The Rams lost both of them. Kyren came back after the 4 games that he had to wait on the IR. Ronnie took a while. He has not played since week 5. So shout out to Ronnie Rivers for getting things going, getting himself back in shape, and getting back on this team. Big ups to him. Puka Nacua. Man, what in the hell is Puka Nacua? What is a Puka Nacua? Because I was watching this guy get passes thrown to him by Jaren Hall on tape at BYU that made me go, this Puka Nacua guy can play. He's got excellent sideline awareness. He's got great ball skills. I thought of him as a Deebo Samuel that could catch. But guess what? I never submitted my eval on him because I didn't finish my eval on him. I got so busy doing all of those TikToks for the draft that I never finished my eval on him and some others. That's one that I regret because Puka Nacua is a guy I liked. However, I didn't love him like this. This is insane. This isn't just the system, folks. This isn't just Matthew Stafford. He was interfered with on that slide and grab. But forget about it. It's every freaking game this guy makes a catch that you've never seen before. Every game. Where do you see these catches? I've never seen what I saw today. The sliding grab while the guy had him by the... Who makes that catch? Puka Nacua does. I may get on him because he drops the easy one, but man, does he catch the tough one. And having a guy like that come postseason, when you have to make those throws, the big time throws become the norm. You can't play conservatively when you're going against teams that have more experience, that have more depth, that are better than you, so to speak. Yeah, he's going to be a weapon. He already is a weapon. He is incredible. And by the way, it's going to be the second straight week in which CJ Stroud is out. And he didn't have a great week before when he got hurt. That's 3 games. We thought CJ Stroud absolutely had the offensive rookie of the year in the bag. But I'm here to tell you that that's hogwash. I have a tremendous amount of respect for what he did this year. But any self-respecting voter who votes CJ Stroud over Puka Nacua, see, part of the problem with these awards is that we oftentimes say, well, if he was only healthy for the last few games of the year, he would have won. That's part of the deal, folks. Puka Nacua is throwing his body all over the place like he's playing Goat Simulator and he's the GOAT. And sure enough, he's getting up from the turf and he's ready to play. And guess what? He's in there every snap. It's not like CJ Stroud, like he's playing every snap. Puka Nacua is playing every snap. I understand Stroud's the quarterback. It's tougher, but Puka Nacua is throwing his body all over the place and is still playing every single game. He has not missed a game his rookie year. Puka Nacua is the offensive rookie of the year. I don't care. Argue with the wall or your evil step twin. I don't know. It's so obvious. It's not a bias. What he's doing is incredible. He's doing things that Justin Jefferson and OBJ have done. It's time to finally give the guy his respect. Puka Nacua is the offensive rookie of the year. Case in point. In a game where it was a must win on a short week, Okay? You have these young guys. You're telling me that Puka Nacua, the rookie, on a short week, playing his second game in 5 days, not having the experience of ever doing this before, goes out there and puts together a 9 catch on 11 target, 164 yard, and a touchdown performance. Not to mention his 2 carries for 16 that are invaluable. His ability in the run game, his blocking. Give him offensive rookie of the year. It's not even an argument. If CJ Stroud was still playing, he's a quarterback. He'd win. But come on now. Puka is the offensive rookie of the year. A 5th rounder from BYU. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. A guy that the 49ers passed on in the 5th round. They could have had him. They drafted a wide receiver the next round. Can you imagine if they got Puka Nacua? Well, they didn't. The Rams passed on him 3 times. 3 times. Crazy enough. Anyway, Nacua's offensive rookie of the year. Let's move on. Demarcus Robinson. How about Demarcus, man? This guy, he could have his, he tied his career high in touchdowns with 4 for his career. He had 82 yards on 6 catches in the first half. They didn't throw to him again. Didn't have to. But all the guy does is get open. He's always open. Don't just take my word for it. Akello's dad, my friend Lucky, he just flat out, he told me on the phone the other day, he's like, Demarcus Robinson's always open. He's always open. He is open the entire game. And now Stafford is starting to see him. I don't think I've ever seen a box score for the Rams in Sean McVay's offense where 4 receivers caught passes. Only 4. 4! What? How about Cooper Kupp and the toughness, man? I mean, he took a helmet right to his arm. How is his arm not broken? Mine would be shattered. That's like getting hit by a car. I know, I've gotten hit by one. Credit to Cooper Kupp staying in there. Tyler Higbee, like what I'm seeing out of him. He's starting to get back in the rhythm of things. Good stuff out of Tyler. 22-yard grab. That was big. The explosion, the explosives are there, which you like to see. No Tutu Atwell. I'm bummed, to say the least. But doesn't mean that he won't be used in another game. Doesn't mean that they're not saving him. Doesn't mean that he was even 100% today. I mean, like, we don't know. So another thing, let's look at the defense. Defense is going to get, stuff against them. Excuse me a sec. I told you guys I'm feeling under the weather. Defense is not perfect. It's not. But Ernest Jones, best blitzing linebacker in football. Aaron Donald, the best defensive player in football, even still. Holy shit, we just hit 1,000 views live. I don't know if that's ever happened. If it did, we came close once. But thank you. That's awesome. Please be sure to subscribe. I got way more content coming your way, even if I can barely talk. But so yeah, Ernest Jones, best blitzing linebacker. We got Akello Witherspoon. I know the touchdown, all that. Let me just come to the defense of Akello real quick. When you have those things going on, he's carrying up the seam, and then he has safety help. The safety comes down and comes underneath. That's his help. That's his help. So when Jordan Fuller dropped down, it left an open lane, and Akello's playing from the trail, but he doesn't have a great angle on that, and it's a perfect throw from Carr. By the way, that was his first touchdown throw against the Rams of his career. Kobe Turner, growing up right before our eyes. What the hell, man? What in the hell? Kobe Turner, man. Byron Young. How about watching a 250-pound linebacker outside linebacker go down the field and cover like he's a corner. Did you see that? I mean, guys. Psh. Quentin Lake just grow. See, this team I feel a special connection to. Because this team, people just didn't buy into. You guys know, if you've been following the channel, I had them going 10-7. But a lot of people felt like this team was a farce. They were going to win 4 games. Last year wasn't the injuries. They're just not that good. They don't have depth. They mortgaged their future. They went all in. Well, everyone's so focused on how they had to go all in and everything. And okay, fine, whatever. But let's also talk about something. Because it is way more impressive if Sean McVay wins the Super Bowl with this squad. See, you told me, not you guys, but the haters out there, the doubters out there. You guys said that this was a bought championship, that they, went all in, even though they didn't sign OBJ until he was released. They didn't sign Von Miller. They gave up a second, a third round pick. They were starting a guy who they pulled out of retirement in Eric Weddle in the Super Bowl. They were dealing with an entire running back stable that was all injured at the same time. They lost their first and second string tight ends. They lost Robert Woods for the year. OBJ was done for the whole game. I mean, besides the fact that that whole thing is ludicrous, and I've never bought into the whole they mortgaged their future, they went all in, they had a super team, because none of that is true. The fact of the matter is that this is so impressive. They essentially wanted to pay off all of their credit card debt now. They were okay. They sent out a letter basically trying to tell you that, hey, we might not be that team that you used to root for. We might lose some games. I'm paraphrasing here, if even. But the point is, they sent out a letter to keep you still invested in a team that even maybe they didn't think would be this good. And now here we are. They're sitting at 8-7 with the potential to win 9 games next weekend. I'll be there at MetLife Stadium against the Giants. And then they have the potential at a 10-win season, like I predicted before the season started, if they take down their rival 49ers, Week 18. Here's the fact is this. It's not they didn't make the playoffs yet, Jake, so you can't say this. It's not they haven't played in the playoffs yet, Jake, so you can't say this. It's not they haven't won 9 games yet, so you can't say this. The fact of the matter is that if I had to hear over and over and over again, nah, you have no idea what you're talking about, man. This team's winning 5 games. They're tanking for Caleb Williams. They won't win anything. If I had to hear that all year, or my favorite, because I'll tell you right now, even though this team wasn't the best team I've ever seen from the Rams, I sat there and I was like, I'm having a hard time finding where these people are getting all these losses. I felt like 10-7 was almost unfair. And if Kyren Williams doesn't get hurt, are they even in the position to go 10-7? No. They might have won 11, 12 games. What we didn't realize is how important Kyren Williams was to this team. We also didn't realize how important it was to have a running back who could do all the things Kyren Williams does. And we also didn't realize it was so important to have a running back who could create, but not just run into someone aimlessly and call that yards after contact like Akers. We were talking about having a guy who could make guys miss. A guy like Kyren Williams, who's made more guys miss this year than any running back since Steven Jackson in 2006 for the Rams. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And also, let's just be real here. If you, like me, believe that Matthew Stafford was good enough and was fine, and the Rams shouldn't draft a quarterback, they shouldn't tank for Caleb, they shouldn't trade for anybody, they shouldn't draft anybody, if you're like me, then you have to at least buy into the fact that Stafford was going to have a good season, right? Well, keep in mind, I know it's hard to believe because now Matthew Stafford's sitting there at what, 23 touchdowns and 9 interceptions? But it wasn't that long ago where people were saying that this guy was washed. They were saying that this guy ain't it. There's still people questioning if he's a Hall of Famer. I don't think it's close. You give me him, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Eli Manning, you put them all in one. He's the best of that group. If you put him in that tier, he's the best in that group, period. There's a reason why Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown. Obviously, great receiver. I'm not knocking him. Cooper Kupp wins the Triple Crown. Calvin Johnson breaks the record. Puka Nacua is having the rookie year he's having. You give them all credit, but there's one common denominator, and it is Matthew Stafford. So, folks, if you're not happy about this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't give a rip that they won 30-22. All I cared about at the end of this game was that the Rams had more points than the Saints. Because you can work with whatever. The Rams win this game 2-0, and you could work with that. Because now you have that in the win column, and you got the Giants next week. You have a mini bye week when you already had a bye week, and you went 5 out of your 6 games you won. Clearly the bye is going to be great. But this mini bye is huge. Gives them a huge opportunity here. I mean, guys, let's talk about it. I got the thing open right now. Let's see if it's updated. It would be nice that it is. There we go. So, in the updated New York Times playoff machine, the Rams now have a 72% chance of making the playoffs. They still have a mathematical shot at a bye. Now, they're not going to get the first seed. They're not going to host a wild card. But it is very funny that they still have a mathematical shot at that based on this. However, let's look at it. The Rams now, should they beat the Giants, regardless of any outcomes on the outside, they have a 90% chance of making the playoffs. If they beat the 49ers, they are in. So they win 2 more games, boom, in the playoffs. No doubt about it. This would be a 3-game winning streak against the Giants, and beating the 49ers would be a 4. But let's talk about it. They're hot right now. They're riding high. So let's talk about week 16, because the Rams kicked it off in the best way possible. They just showed the world that they're not a team to F with. That's really what it comes down to. They're the scariest team by far. No one wants to play them. They're the only team, I think, that can stop the 49ers. It's why I went out on a limb and said, if the Rams lose tonight, the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. This is the only team that can stop the 49ers in the NFC. I'm telling you that right now. If you don't want to see the 49ers in the Super Bowl and you're not a Rams fan, you better be rooting for the Rams. The Lions ain't stopping them. Jared Goff ain't doing anything against that defensive line. Okay? Then you have that defense, that Swiss cheese. They're not doing anything against that offense. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys who can't win on the road. Easy cupcake schedule, 3-4 on the road. The Rams are 3-4 on the road with one of the toughest schedules in football. So Cowboys can't win on the road. Lions can't protect Goff against the 49ers, and they're not going to be able to stop the 49ers, their offense. The Eagles, really? You mean the same Eagles team that changed defensive coordinators in week 15? That Eagles team? The team that let Drew Lock go, 90 yards down the field and beat them? Yeah, I'm not trusting the Eagles. So who else? The Seahawks? Who knows? But probably not. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I do know, and it's a no. Tampa is a little interesting, but no. If that Baker shows up, the Baker Mayfield that played at Lambeau, that we owe a lot of, credit to and respect to, yes, I think Baker definitely could give them a shot, but I don't think they'd beat the 49ers. Who else? The Vikings with Nick Mullins? No. The Vikings with Josh Dobbs? Still no. The Vikings with a rookie quarterback in Jaron Hall? No. Their defense is fun, and they did beat the 49ers, but that was with Kirk Cousins. So no. So who else? The Packers with, no, absolutely not. Matt LaFleur doesn't win in January. He just doesn't win. So no. Do you see what I'm saying? The only team that can stop the 49ers from going to the Super Bowl is the Los Angeles Rams. If you disagree, fine. That's your prerogative. But I know I'm right. And just if they lose in the first round, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. Because guess what? If the Rams lose in the first round, the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. No one is stopping them. No one's going to get randomly hot. What you see is what you get this time of year. And right now, the Rams are one of the hottest teams. The other hot team that no one should want to see in the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. You get to see them on Saturday. The Buffalo Bills are playing the Chargers. That game could be a 50-point blowout. The Bills are playing such good football at the right time. Good God Almighty. I would hate to play them right now if I was anybody having to, win games. But anyway, let's talk about it. So 72% chance of making the playoffs according to the New York Times. If the Lions win this weekend against the Vikings, so that would be Sunday, Nick Mullins and the Vikings, if they beat them on the road, the Rams have a Orlando pace percentage chance of making the playoffs. For those of you who don't know, that's 76. If the Titans beat the Seahawks, that goes up to, looks like 82. And if the Panthers beat the Packers, that could go up to 86. The Cardinals beat the Bears, and now we're looking at 88. The Giants losing the Eagles, I believe it would go up a percentage point to 89. That's the best they can do. Actually, that's not true. If the Colts beat the Falcons, this is the immaculate, perfect weekend in week 16, which I don't see happening. Then it would be a 90% chance of making the playoffs for the Rams. So keep that in mind. That's likely not going to happen. But root for the Colts over the Falcons. No brainer. If, worst comes to worst, if you want to have an idea rooting guide, right? You want to know what you're talking about. This late in the season, worst comes to worst, root for the AFC over the NFC. If you don't know the specifics, just pull for the AFC. You want all those wins to transfer to the AFC and not the NFC. Worst comes to worst, just root for the AFC at this time of year. You're most often going to be right if you're a Rams fan. So, Titans over Seahawks, probably not likely. I'm going to go with the Seahawks here. I think they win. I think the Lions beat the Vikings. I think the Packers beat the Panthers. I think the Bears beat the Cardinals, and the Eagles beat the Giants. So we move on, and that gives the Rams a what percentage chance? So it does hurt their percentage a little bit. It gives them about a 60. Oh, never mind. It got rid of. Oh, yeah, 66% chance. Okay. So then the Rams next week, they win against the Giants. That 66 turns into 88. If the Steelers beat the Seahawks, which, by the way, they could have Kenny Pickett, that now becomes a clinch. The clinching scenario is still there in Week 17. If Seattle drops either of Week 16 games and the Lions beat the Vikings, the Rams clinch the playoffs with a win over the Giants. However, if the Seahawks want to make it a little bit more interesting and they beat the Steelers, now it's an 83% chance. The Vikings you'd be rooting for over the Packers here in this scenario. Vikings win this game, and now the Rams are at an 88% chance going into Week 18. Since the Rams are likely going to play at 425 against the 49ers, the Lions and the Vikings here, okay? Lions and the Vikings here. The Lions clinch a Rams playoff berth with a win over the Vikings at home. That's it. The Rams 49ers game happening at 425 in all likelihood doesn't even happen until the Rams have clinched the playoffs. That's the position the Rams are in. So the most likely scenario here, in my opinion, is that what we're going to see is that the Lions are going to beat the Vikings. The Seahawks will beat the Titans. The Packers will beat the Panthers. The Bears will beat the Cardinals. The Eagles will beat the Giants. Next week, the Rams will beat the Giants. The Seahawks will beat the Steelers. The Vikings will beat the Packers. Because of this, week 18, now that Vikings game, if the Vikings win, it makes things a little 50-50. However, the Lions win, the Rams clinch. But what happens if the Packers beat the Vikings? Well, if the Bears beat the Packers, the Rams clinch the playoffs. This is without playing their final game. So the Rams still have multiple scenarios where they can clinch the playoffs without playing their final game of the season. They're still going to play their final game. That's not what I mean. But before they play their final game, they can clinch the playoffs. That is absolutely possible. Wow. I'm getting through this like a trooper, even though I'm not feeling that well. And you guys can tell my voice is kind of weird. All right, let's go through these. Rob the Third, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Shovac 92, not even close. Quintana 310. Thank you for the 2. Shovac, thank you for the 2. Matthew, thank you for the 10. Couple things. Ernest Jones is a baller. Not enough said about him. And that wide receiver Robinson turns out to be quite the pickup. I agree. CT Rams fan, thank you for the 2. See ya, Jet Life. Merry Christmas and feel better. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Roger, thank you for the 5. Just left. SoFi Jake, let's effing go. Thank you, Roger, for the 5. And yes, that had to have been a game, man, that you went to. The MC Beauty and the Beast, thank you for the 5. No team wants to see these Rams in the playoffs, that's for sure. Keep up the good work, Jake. Love the content, brother. Thank you so much. Dan, thank you for the 2. Defense and kicker, though, scares me in a 49er game. That's absolutely fair. Fernando, thank you for being a member for 8 months. I do appreciate you in that regard. Over on Kick, appreciate y'all. All right. I see Gil Garza, Hi Tico, Briley, M Flexin, Starblade, aka Jack, Renegade, Jugs, Cinco. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over on Kick. On YouTube, I'd shout every single one of you guys out, but we have over 1,100 people on this thing, and it's literally 12:19 a.m. on the East Coast. This is a defining moment for the channel. If you guys didn't know, I've never hit that. I may have hit 1,000 before and not realized it. I can tell you very well, I've never hit 1,100 live viewers. So you guys are freaking awesome. Rallying around me when I'm literally like the sickest I've ever been on this channel, doing a live stream, and you know, it means a lot, man. It really does. And you know, it's just, this has been such a fun year and I don't want it to end. So I hope the Rams just continue to push, because we already went through a Super Bowl on this channel, and I don't feel like, don't get me wrong, not trying to take anything away from the Super Bowl, but we're a lot bigger now than we were when the Rams won the Super Bowl. I have to imagine a Super Bowl on this channel now would absolutely be insane. I'll just leave it at that. It would just be absolutely insane. I don't think it'd be anything we've ever seen. I think we might have 4,000 people in here. I mean, it would be absolutely nuts. Jacob, thank you so much for the 50. Really appreciate it. Hey, Jake, big W today. Love watching the offense. By the way, perfect time to say this, but go Dodgers. You just gave me 50. I'm not going to say anything. But I really appreciate it. I'm just, you know, obviously I'm so dead set on the Rams, man. Not even going to get into Yamamoto being a Yankee fan. Don't even care. Just feel so good about this team right now. And I mean, think about it. Like, I was really confident in this game, but you watch the games because you don't know how it's going to happen, right? You just don't know. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. So just to see what, you know, kind of what I've been saying is going to happen, that was pretty freaking cool if you ask me. So just what a day, man. Oh, we also hit 20,000 followers on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call. I don't call it X. I'm never saying that again. But that's pretty cool. We're going to be having callers in a sec. I understand there are people that are in there. I haven't checked yet, but I've just been doing my opening monologue, that whole thing. BYL44, thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate you. Man, 21,742 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that. This channel is a Rams channel. So if you've been looking for a channel like that, this is one where, I pretty much nonstop talk about the Rams. I get you guys ready. Would really appreciate that. MAS Boxing, thank you so much for the 5. Bro, imagine next year when we sign more players with money, #1 draft pick, horns up. You think we should go all in again? I think there's a chance they might. I like how they're built this team. Quite honestly, I think they just need to add some pieces. You talk about getting a pass rusher. That's why I wish they tried a little bit more at the deadline. I get it. I understand it. But it would have been nice. But yeah, definitely edge defender. Maybe another corner. I want to see Dotson back. I want to see Akello back. I want to see Robinson back. But yeah, I mean, it'll be very interesting. But thank you so much for the 5. SW, thank you so much. SW Halum, thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate it. Feel better, Jake. I will certainly try. This is about the best chance I'll have to feeling better because, man, this is cool. This just, oh man, I'm hyped. It's one thing. I don't want to, it was the whole don't count your chickens before they hatch. Cause I was told that when I was, the receipts and everything, but I don't care, man. I'm going to be as blunt as possible so I get my point across. I don't believe in superstitions. I don't. I'm done with it. Okay? They didn't win because I didn't wear a Rams jersey. They would have won if I wore a Rams jersey. They would have won if I didn't watch the game, or if I did watch the game. I did watch it, of course. They would have won if I did a watch party. All right? Remember, I didn't do the watch parties anymore because I didn't want to jinx the team. I don't control that. I don't. There's no way me in upstate New York, across the country, do I control the events that happen at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. There's no chance. So, Alex, you really kill it, man. You never cease to make me laugh. Who dat? More like flu dat. Jake said we're gonna beat them Saints. Oh man, that's funny. Jesus, that is funny. Nigel, thank you so much for the 5. Love you too. Will do. Appreciate it. A-Dog, salute, Jake. We're going to need another kicker, bro, especially going into the playoffs because Haversick is struggling really bad right now. I agree, man. I agree. I don't know who that is, but they might be stuck with him, but it's not ideal. But A-Dog, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. We're still over 1,000 viewers. 1,000. So here's the deal, folks. We've been on for 38 minutes. As you guys know, I'm not 100%. Not even a little bit. My voice isn't quite all there. I am under the weather. I'm getting better, but still not how I normally am. So I'm not going to be able to bring on every single person, right? I normally have a rule. I bring on everybody that calls in. I am going to bring on a select few. And to make this fair for the call-ins, I'm going to have a wheel. So I'm going to do that right now. Name wheel or whatever.com. Name wheel of names. There we go. So to only do this the right way, I'll show it on the screen if I can. Let's see here. So hang out with me. If you guys want to call in, be sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description. It is free, right? If you don't call in, it's still a free chat 24/7 essentially. And we talk about the Rams and other stuff. So feel free to join that. Anyone new out there? Any new, like, people that have never seen me before, you're new to the channel, welcome in. Drop in the comments section. Just say new or just hey. welcome, like, you know, whatever you want to just put there, just let me know. I'm curious who's new here. You're all welcome, of course, but I love to see new people. Let's see here. So we got Bushido Brown 00, Coach Ray. I'm typing all these in so we do this the right way. Falco. And I would have everybody on, but I can tell you right now, I am not going to be able to do that because I don't have it in me to do that since I'm under the weather. But as you guys know, I'm fighting through this, so. Germ Dog. Mitch Official. Nico D. P-Train. All right. Phoenix Nash. Roger M. SoCal Ram 88. Will. All right. Anybody else before I drop the names? The wheel of names. All right. Let's see if I can do this thing right now. It's going to be a little ugly, so sorry for the unprofessional, like, I don't know. It's going to get really ugly, though. I'm just telling you right now because I don't have it set up. But let's see here. We'll try and make this look nice, I guess. Okay, browser. And, oh, not the browser. No, what? I told you it was going to look ugly, man. Problem is doing this on the fly. Looks so unprofessional. People are leaving. Tisk, tisk. Okay. Let's do... Was it media source? Screen capture. There we go. Okay, that is a lot. Okay, so let's go to window. And let's go to... Not window. Application. And Google Chrome. Okay, I told you it was going to be ugly, but you just have to stick with me here because I want it to be fair. I want everybody to see it. So, and it is really ugly. Okay. So, let's crop the hell out of this. There we go. Okay. Again, my bad, folks. Just got to be fair, you know? Gotta be fair. Wheel of names, everybody. Almost done. All right. Good Lord. Okay. See, I told you it looks so disgusting. Oh, it's so bad. All right. Let's do it. Wheel of names. Use the beta option in OBS, in OS. Add our bot to Discord server. Oh, okay. Well, that would have been easier, but I've already done it, so it is what it is. Do I have everybody in there? Looks like everyone is in there. Okay, let's pick the first one, and then I'll bring them on. All right, here we go. It is Roger M. You are our first. Yeah, you are our first guest here on the JE Live show. Okay, so let's bring you on. I'll remove you from the list there. Okay, let's bring you on now. Let's see here. Appreciate everyone hanging out. All right, I think we're good. How's it going?
Jake.
You there? Roger, you there?
Jake, I just left SoFi. Man,
How about
don't let us in the big dance. That's all I'm saying. Don't let us in the big dance. Because if we make, oh, God, we are fucking cooking with grease, Jake. And I'm sorry that I'm cussing, but God damn it, Jake. You don't know what it's, I mean, you do know what it's like, Jake. You do know what it's like. God damn it, Jake. It feels good, man. It feels so good to be just celebrating this, Jake. You know it. God, Jake. It's surreal, man. It's surreal. Obviously, the roller coaster and everything that we've been going through with this goddamn season. Oh, man, we're firing at the right time, Jake. And just like, I'm not gonna lie, just like you said, man, we had to keep that goddamn faith. And I'm not even gonna lie, man. There was that tough stretch that we had. But god damn it, Jake, it feels so goddamn good.
It really
So
does.
goddamn good.
No,
This goddamn W, Jake.
I get it. It really does. I mean, that was just man. Like when you think about it, just like again, are the Rams better than the Saints? Yes. Are they supposed to win at home on a short week? Yes. They had all the advantage, but to actually do it with all these young guys, these rookies, the way they showcase themselves in front of the world, it just I don't know, man. Like to me, that was a blowout that got a little bit too close for comfort, but I don't even care because all I care about is that they were going to win this game. And that's, I never had a feeling in my gut that they were going to lose it. And that's all you could ask for, I think. Did I lose you, Roger? Oh boy. I think I lost Roger, everybody. Oh, you there? All right. Well, while I wait for Roger to come back on, let's see here. Hilltop, appreciate the 5. This feels like the best offense we have ever had, Jake. Even in our loss to Baltimore, the pressure from blitzing Jones has been working well too. I agree. The pressure from Jones is great. Best offense ever. I don't know if they're averaging 32 a game, but they've definitely been really good. Thank you again for the 5. Matthew, thank you for another 5. Jake, you need a hot toddy, rock and rye, honey and lemon juice, drink hot, tomorrow sick gone. Interesting. I did not know that. Now I get to save that, so I will be doing that. All right. Mr. Clutch 324, you are the captain of this fan base, Jake. We love you and we'll always rally behind you. Keep it up, man. See all the effort you put into your content. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the 5. Jerry, thank you so much for the 5. Congrats, Jake. Appreciate you. The MC Beauty and the Beast, thank you so much for the 2. Can you add me to the wheel on Discord, please? Yes, I can. Yeah, I see there's new people. Let's see. I think I lost Roger. Well, that was cool anyway. I'm glad he hopped on. So, let's see. Scythe 31. Okay, Scythe 31. Austin Wilson. I don't know where Bushido Brown went. Okay. Yeah, you got to join the waiting room. It's Andres. Yeah, it's for everyone in the waiting room. So you got to be in the voice chat waiting room, and then I'll bring you in. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Oh, Rusty. Falco, you just missed it there. All right. That is really weird, the cheering. It's just like, I don't even know what to feel about that. All right, let's bring Rusty in here. Rusty, how you doing?
Hey, what's good, Jake?
Not much, man. Just pretty much everything you already know. The Rams, everything they do, they're we have this connection where if they have a bad day, I'm having a bad day. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, Jake. I'm in the same boat as you. I got the flu right now. It fucking sucks.
Oh my God, you're literally in the same boat as me.
Yeah,
That's awful.
but
I'm sorry.
hey, but the Rams game made me feel a lot better. I feel better already.
Hey, that's good. I'm glad. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad they got the win. I'm actually going to be at MetLife, next weekend to see them. It's about time. I haven't seen them all year, so
Hopefully the Rams kick ass when you're there, bro.
they always kick ass at MetLife, man. I don't know. I could see another ass kicking against the Giants, but what were your thoughts on the game, man? I mean, I know let's steer away from the negative a little bit. I understand, obviously the ending wasn't the greatest, but let's try to keep the positive vibes going, man. I mean, this is a big time win in front of a national audience, and at no point did you ever really feel like they were going to lose this game.
Nah, Jake. And then I know the media heads, they're all fucking pissed right now because the Rams are proving them wrong. Adam Rank is punching air right now because he fucking hates us. Anyone that has predicted us to lose all these 4 games, they're looking like straight up ass hats right now because the Rams have just proven them wrong and wrong after that. No one fears them. Like when I'm looking at other teams, I'm not scared of them. And then come playoff time, we're getting into our own. Come playoff time, we're a different monster. And the thing that's scary about us is we have nothing to lose. The teams that we go against, they have all to lose. We don't. They do. That's what I like about us. Even if we kick their ass in the playoffs, it doesn't really matter if we make it. If we just get bounced out the first round or we make it to the divisional, I really couldn't give a shit because we have nothing to lose. They have everything to lose, and it would just feel really nice to send their ass packing. The Niners, especially, all these guys like,
Oh,
oh, these guys were champs. These guys are the automatic favorites. No one can stop these guys.
could
If we
you
can stop
imagine?
that,
Could you imagine that team seems like a no-brainer playoff, like a Super Bowl pick, and then the Rams, the team that everyone, even Niners fans, were like, no, they're don't look at them. They're that weird kid over in the corner. We don't talk to him, and and they get into the playoffs and they knock the Niners out. Oh man, that would be something.
yeah, Jake,
Um,
we have a chip on our shoulder. That's what I like. We have a chip on our shoulders. Others teams don't.
Oh yeah, no, and really, I mean, the team is just taking up the identity. I feel like I'm watching Sean McVay. Like when other guys are playing, I feel like that's something Sean McVay would want. So, just like you can tell, coaching matters. His coaching's rubbed off on these young guys, and you're seeing it. The tenacity's there and everything.
Yeah, Jake. I gotta give props to the big boys in the front. Although we gave up a sack, but they fucking did their job. Steve Avila hit his own against Brian Breesy and anyone else. Kevin Dotson caught a body. I was so happy when he caught a body. When I
Yeah.
saw the highlight, I just saw him just ram Brian Breesy on the floor, and then he went to go look for someone else. And I was so happy Big Rob Havenstein was back because you can see the whole momentum of the offensive line itself. They didn't look scared, nothing. They were ready for the challenge, and Stafford stayed clean for the most part, which I gotta be happy about. But yeah, be happy about that. We gotta talk about Puka fucking Nacua. Holy shit, that guy he's something else, Jake. He
he
he's
he
either
is.
he is he and Kyren. My God, Kyren, bro.
Yeah, no,
What can that kid do? What can he do?
I'm with you. I mean, it's pretty gnarly, like watching this team. I mean, what are you thinking moving forward? You know, the next two games, do you see him going 2-0, 1-1, 0-2? How do you see it going?
Well, one game at a time, Jake. I'm taking every game one game at a time.
That's fair.
Hopefully we go 2-0, but most likely we'll be 1-1. But we never know. Who knows? The other team. It all depends on the other teams as well.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. Well, awesome win, Jake. Hopefully we get another one on New Year's Eve, and let's go Rams.
Hell yeah, man. You get better. Everyone in the chat, pray for Rusty to get better from his flu. Going through it as well, so I definitely know the feeling. But man, you'll be good to go, and you know, just you know, enjoy your holidays, man.
You too, Jake, and hopefully the Rams get a win just for you, especially for you, since
I appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it so much, Jake. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Take care.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to the wheel. I added Andres. Let's see here. Cool. So, wheel time. It is germed. Who is that? Oh, it's Mitch. Oh, Mitch like edged out Germ. Damn, that was really close. I haven't seen that before. All right, Mitch, it is. I'll bring on Mitch now. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate you guys on Kick. Appreciate you guys on YouTube. If you guys want to do me a favor, I have extra content over on Kick. I do gaming streams as well as JE Live goes on there. So if you guys want to follow, it's kick.com/JKBogan. You know, it would be awesome if some YouTubers that, you know, don't, you know, go on Kick, just, you know, follow it over there. Would do me a solid. But anyway, let's get into this thing now. Let's see here. We got Mitch. How's it going, Mitch?
Yo, what's up, Jake?
Oh man, that was a fun one. I really enjoyed that. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but again, I don't feel like the Rams have played a perfect game yet. But that was fun, you know.
Yeah, definitely fun. Not always. I'm watching my wife, and I made her a Rams fan. She's like, "This team always gives me a heart attack." And I'm like, I know, like they can. She called it when we were up 27-7. She's like, they're gonna just like make this tense for no reason. And I'm like, yeah, we'll see. Well, let's just finish the game in bed, and then like we probably lay down, try to fall asleep, and it's like they get that block punt, and we were talking with me and the chat were talking about it. We were like, we saw that coming. It's like, how do you not max protect there?
Oh
But,
yeah. No,
yeah,
that's
crazy.
That's very typical. You know, obviously it's going too well and something has to happen, but man, you just gotta feel good about a win like that, though. Like any time in any professional sport, if you're playing in a playoff level atmosphere, like because obviously baseball you play 162 games, basketball and hockey you're playing 82, football like yes, but playoff atmosphere, those big games that just feel bigger than what they truly are, right? Because let's be honest, was it a playoff game today? No, but it felt like one. When you have a game like that where you never at any point take your foot off the gas or feel at any point where you're not the best team, I never doubted that this team was going to win. There's not one thought that creeped in my mind throughout the entire game like, man, better watch out. The Saints could come back. Like the Saints looked dead. They had a couple fluke plays that worked to make it 30-20. But I mean, that's the thing. In history, we'll go back and we'll be like, oh, 30-22. I didn't realize it was that close. But like living through that game was not close. That was a blowout.
Yeah, I thought the pivotal moment was they scored that touchdown. We punt them the ball. They go for it on fourth down and don't make it. It was like 56 seconds left, and Matthew drives the length of the field. That that scramble play he made when he rolled out left and found Robinson down the sideline.
The scramble drills, man.
Yeah, man. He balled out once again. I mean, he's on fire right now. I think at the end of the game, it'd be like 14 touchdowns to 1 interception after the bye. I mean, he's playing crazy right now. And mixed in with our boy Kyren, I mean, this offense is on fire. And I got trust in the defense. It's just, it happens when you go in that prevent defense and you just let them dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Like you said, I wasn't really scared. I was mad. I was mad, of course, the block punt, and all the 2 touchdowns they gave at the end. But I was breathing. I was like, it's okay. They'll close this out. I mean, Matthew making Cam Jordan jump off sides and kill some more clock.
That was awesome.
It was like beautiful way to end the game. It's like, man, our number 9's in the zone, man. He's in the
yeah.
zone.
You're just. I mean, this is the best Matthew Stafford has looked in his career. I have no problem saying that. With 2 games left, this team's 8-7. How are you feeling about him the next 2 games? Do you think they go 2-0, 1-1, 0-2? Like, where are you on? I mean, obviously 0-2 pretty much is out the window. I don't think any Rams fan has them going 0-2. But where are you on them?
I think 2-0 is definitely possible. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to see you at the game next week. I think we'll sweep the Giants. There's no problem with them. I think the Danny DeVito had his hype moment. It's over.
DeVito.
Oh man! And then with the 49ers, I'm one of those guys who I think they'll play their starters. Now, will they play the whole game? I'm not sure.
They will.
Literally be you think they'll play the whole game?
They'll play their starters. I don't know if they play the whole game, but there's no reason not to. I wouldn't want my team to be rusty, So
especially if they have that's 2 weeks off. But in a way, man, I want us to win next week, and if everything falls in place, that we don't really need that win, that we can still get in, because it kind of brings me back to the first Super Bowl when they swept us in the regular season. But for some reason, Shanahan, he gets scared and chokes, man, in the playoffs. It starts to get pass happy, and I think that's when we can take them. Like our other guy said, like, we have nothing to lose, and all the pressure's on them, and we can just play free and go ahead and beat their ass and really give it to them, and just y'all can have all these regular season wins. When it counts the most, Sean's better than Kyle. And I would love that, because all the praise people give Kyle, saying he's the best coach in the NFL, and I'm like, y'all don't respect our guy. Like, y'all don't respect him at all.
No, I feel that, but hey, Mitch, I appreciate you. Hope to see you next weekend. Let me know. I have a mini channel inside the server, because I keep calling it the Discord channel, and technically it's the Discord server. I have the channel. It is up at the top. It's Ramley Meetups. So post in there, location stuff, wherever you are at MetLife, and we can try and meet up.
I got you, man. Hey, get better, man. Everyone's getting sick, man. Take care of yourself, brother.
Absolutely. You take care.
You too, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. So we got. All right. Let's see. Why are we doing it? Oh, okay. I have to move it back. That's interesting. Anyway, let's hit this thing. How we doing? It is official Nico D. And Nico is not in the waiting room. So I guess we spin again. I won't remove Nico from the thing, just because if Nico comes back. But let's do it again. Austin Wilson. All right, let's do it. Let's bring him in. By the way, do you guys like this spinny thing? I think it's better. Better to show it on the screen. I think it's kind of cool. Add some suspense. I don't know, man. I'm having some fun. I mean, I am like dead, but it's all good. All right, Austin. How you doing, Austin?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
It's going good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. That after that win, I mean, that was a fun one. A lot of, explosives, a lot of fun plays, crazy catches. Obviously Puka having a lot to do with it. DeMarcus. But how are you doing? You enjoy the game?
I did. I was watching at work, and I was having we were about wrapping up, so I was just kind of like watching my thing. I was trying to get out of there. But I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I know the ending score was a little bit not really telling how the game went, but I was impressed with us overall. I mean, we put up 30 points on the Ravens, Browns, and the Saints, which I know the Saints didn't really their stats are kind of, to me, based off who they've beaten, kind of a little whatever. But I mean, we put up 30 points against some of the top defenses, and right now we're rolling, man. I feel great about it. I just wanted to win.
No, I'm with you. I like I said, I mean, if they won 2-0, which is the literal lowest score you can have in the NFL, I would have taken it. Would have taken it.
Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing is when it's prime time. You're in front of everybody, and you haven't seen this team on prime time since week 3, and last time it was kind of embarrassing. And I mean, just to see them win the way they did, you had all those tweets coming around with all these different people like, oh my goodness, this team can actually win a Super Bowl, or oh my goodness, no one wants to play this team. And it's like when you have people like myself and other people that have been literally saying, no one wants to play this team. Oh my goodness, this team can win the Super Bowl. It's kind of funny, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. I remember last time we talked, we were talking about this scenario. Obviously, at the time, we were kind of trying to keep our head above water, but yeah, I remember we were talking last time about how, I mean, as long as you got Stafford, Cup, and you got these other guys coming on, and we can just, play the game we play, this team, to me, looks like we're just getting better and better. I know we're having some lapses at the end of these games, like the last 2 weeks, but, I mean, I don't know if that's a coaching thing. I don't know what's going on there, but I will say, it looks like on a lot of drives, our defense, for, as much as they kind of seem to, whatever the case is, not do so well towards the end, we have a lot of drives where, on a lot of these games, where we look great, but it's definitely something we got to clean up. But look, man, if we just got in the playoffs with this roster and this team based off where everybody was saying we were going to be, I am completely happy with that. Now, I would love to I'm kind of in a mood right now where I'm kind of like, feed me the 49ers. I'm ready for them. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we went. To me, though, it wasn't a win, but I will say, to me, I think the game that showed me we were ready was when we went to Baltimore when they were coming off a bye in bad weather in their stadium, and it took some fluke punt return to beat us in overtime. That's when I was like, okay, this team can beat anybody.
That's when I started to go away from this team can make noise in the playoffs. And when I saw the Ravens game, I was like, Jake, stop trying to. Who cares if you sound like a homer when you're talking about a good team, And I thought about it, and I was like, man, I think I'm just trying too much to not sound like a homer and not just go with my gut. After the Ravens game, I was just like, F it. This team can win the freaking Super Bowl. And, here's the key thing, okay? I did a lot of research because I've been sick. So obviously when you're sick and you're in bed, normal people watch TV or they lay down. I myself just do loads and loads and loads of football research because I am not normal. So
Gotta grind.
yeah, of course, right? I mean, the grind never stops. So when people are like, get some rest, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rest. And I have the the thing over my head, and I'm like on my phone, and I'm like, using Pro Football Reference and putting in the parameters with stat, head and everything. But anyway, the point is, here's the deal, okay? For the Super Bowl teams since 2015, so going back to 2016, because 2015 is the opposite. 2016, every single team that has gone to the Super Bowl has been a top 10 offense. Does not matter where they rank defensively, they've been a top 10 offense. 2015 was the first. We haven't had one since 2015. They weren't a top 10 offense. It was Peyton Manning at the end of his career winning that Super Bowl with the Broncos, and that defense was electric. So
world-class defense.
yeah. So, I mean, if you're going by, this criteria, right? You're going by that top 10. Trying to find the tweet now. It's going to take me probably a sec here. But when you're going based on that top 10, you're going by the criteria, the teams, a non-top 10 offensive team hasn't won the Super Bowl since 2015. That means the 10 teams that have a shot, well, 11, because there are 2 teams tied for 10th. Dolphins number 1, Cowboys number 2, 49ers number 3, Ravens number 4, Lions number 5, Bills number 6, Eagles number 7, Colts number 8, Rams number 9, although they're definitely going to go up after this game. Jaguars and Chiefs are tied. So think about that. I find that very interesting. However, there is something to be said. It's not all fun and games, because I went all the way back to 1999. I stopped at 1999 because I got bored. Could have kept going.
You were deep in the grind.
I was deep in the grind. So I went all the way back to 1999, cross-examined all of the top 10 offensive teams scoring-wise, and I wanted to see how many top 10 offensive teams missed the playoffs. And if there was any playoff, season where all the top 10 teams made it. That was not the case. Going back to 1999, there's always at least one team that misses. And there's only been twice since 1999. There's only been one team that misses from the top 10 that missed the playoffs. 2020 was the Raiders. In 2022 was the Lions. So based on this criteria, okay, the Rams, the Colts, the Jaguars all have a chance of missing the playoffs based on this criteria. However, I don't think the Rams are missing the playoffs. But the Colts and Jaguars, also in the Bills, they could be in some jeopardy because the other teams have already clinched.
Well, I'll say this too. I think the two biggest things to me that stick out that maybe some people haven't really thought too much about, but I get in these moods too where I'm thinking about, like, this schedule we've had. I haven't really looked at any of the whatever, but I will say I think we've had the hardest schedule this year. But what I'll say is, based off of that, if you look even in the AFC, the top teams in the AFC right now, we've played the Ravens, the Bengals. We've played Steelers, aren't in it no more. We played the Colts. All right, so then you go NFC. We played the Cowboys, the Eagles, the 49ers are going to play them again. I'm starting to look around, and I'm like, yeah, the schedule sucked, but if we get in the playoffs, we have a weird, unique advantage of the fact that even in the AFC, were we to make it to the Super Bowl, we've played a lot of these teams. We've played a lot of these teams, and we're going to have an advantage, I think, because
I agree.
Like, same thing I've been thinking of myself is, like, as passionate as I want to get, obviously, I keep telling myself we're playing with house money right now. I mean, we were supposed to win, 3 or 4 games, and now everyone's jumping on saying, oh, you don't want to play the Rams right now. And I agree. I don't think anybody wants to play us. But
no.
My thing is we're playing with house money right now, and I think that's what makes this team so good is because they know that, and they're having fun. And it's like you look at every player Like even Aaron Donald, he's not having like his normal year, but he's dancing, he's having fun, he's celebrating, and we should, non-bias here, we should totally get offensive and defensive rookie of the year honors, either for
At the
Kobe
very
Turner
least,
or Byron
offensive.
Jones. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Kobe Turner or Byron Jones get it because they're not the sexy names because they were late round picks or whatever. But I mean, we're playing with house money, and I'll tell you what. I mean, I know our defense isn't rock solid right now, but it's hard to beat a team when they put 30 points on you. And right now, I mean, we're buzzsawing the top defenses in the NFL. I'm pretty sure the Saints, the Browns, and the Ravens are in the top 5 defense, and we're buzzsawing people, man. I mean, so I expect them. Sean McVay doesn't have a lot of games against really bad teams where he loses them. That's one thing I'll say about like his whole tenure with us is that it seems like when we play layup games or like teams like the Giants, we don't really drop the ball. So I expect that win. And you know what? I look back at that first game against the 49ers. We didn't have Cup. We were still young. And I think we can beat them, man. I think we can beat them twice.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, I really do. And
I do too.
all the people that are kind of scared about, like, well, I hope they hit the starters. Like, fuck that, dude. I want to play them all day long. I want all they got last week. I don't care if it matters or not. And then I want to play them again. So,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, we're playing with house money right now. So I think the biggest thing for the fans and this team is just to like have fun, because this is the most fun I've had in a long time. Like our Super Bowl year was awesome. Obviously, like I had a great time. I don't think you'll ever top that unless you win another one. But man, even like his early McVay years, man, like this team's just fun because they shit on us all offseason. They said, this is the bottom 3 roster. They got no first round picks, and it's like, I mean, dude, we're going against your best teams, the best guys you got, and we're kicking the shit out of them. And we're getting hot at the right time.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. But yeah, Austin, I mean, I'm really excited. We'll see what ends up happening. I do have to get through some more people here. Can't get through everybody because I'm definitely gonna have to go to bed soon. I'm exhausted, but appreciate you, man.
You too, man. Keep it up, man. I love the content, and let's go win this whole fucking thing. Go Rams.
Yeah, why not? Go Rams.
Sure.
Later, man.
Later.
All right. So we got I'll do chat. Put in the comment section. We doing 2 more spins, 3 more spins, 1 more spin. That yeah. So 1, 2, or 3. I'll bring on 1, 2, 3 more people. 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. 2 more spins. 4. 4 wasn't an answer. 3, 5. Oh, all right, let's go with. I can't do them all. I want to have everybody on. I'll make it up to you guys on the next one. Although maybe not. I don't know how the Giants game's gonna go because I'll be there, so I don't know how the post game will be. Might be a delayed one. Okay, might be when I get back at 8 or 9. We're doing a live stream or something. I don't know. Vlog. Just pick me. All right, let's stick with let's go with 3. Let's go with 3. I see most 3. So how we got this thing going? Scythe 31. How's it going, Scythe? You there?
Yeah, Jake, can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Awesome, man. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Happy to. I like having some order too. This is the whole Wheel of Names thing. I just kind of thought of it on the fly, but
No, it's
figured.
great because, like you said in your previous cast, you can't tell like what order people are jumping in, so it's perfect, and it makes it a little more fun too. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to say thank you for for working through the flu and everything this week and keeping up with all the content. I feel like you didn't slow down at all, even though you haven't been feeling great. And for all of us Rams fans that are just, we love this team. We want to hear about them all the time. You're really providing, what we want to hear about. We're all into it as much as you are. I know I am anyway, and so I want to thank you for that. It's been I know it's not easy to do all this, especially when you're not feeling good. So thank you, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. It's not easy. It's
Uh,
funny. I forgot, like, I think it was yesterday, and I looked at my calendar and I was like, wait, that doesn't say what I think it does. And I was like, oh crap, because it wasn't that, it was the Rams game. It wasn't that JE Live I had to do. I also had the Bleacher Report obligation. So
uh,
I had 2 live streams, and I'm thinking callers, and I'm thinking this game's gonna end at like 11:50 or something. I mean, it's 107 on the East Coast right now. But yeah, like I'm powering through. I really appreciate that though. I feel like more than ever, since I've done this channel. I mean, I started content creating in 2016, but I started this channel at the end of 2020. It just feels like people appreciate it way more right now. And it's not that they never appreciated it, because I appreciate anybody that's ever giving any ounce of their attention or energy towards my content. I mean, that's cool. But like to see people say like, you've taken over, you've surpassed, and you're the go-to, and I'm seeing you on TV everywhere. Like that, I mean, it's been a little surreal. I'm not going to freaking lie to you. So it's been fun, man. It really has.
yeah, man, it's been awesome, and I've been following you for years.
Appreciate
I
that.
think at least 3, maybe 4 years going back, and I think what you said, maybe towards the middle of this season or whatever, when you kind of drop some of the other things and you're like, all right, I'm just gonna do Rams content because that's what the algorithm likes, and I'm getting more people my way doing that. I think it's worked out for you. So yeah, it's been awesome. I see all the people joining, and it gets more fun as more people get involved. So thank you. I just want to tell you like about me a little bit. My brothers and we were there. I have 2 brothers, and we were all season ticket holders when the Rams were in St. Louis. So we've been big Rams fans for a long time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was hard, of course, when they left, but still stuck with them. It wasn't the players' decision, obviously, to where they're going to play, and so we still love the Rams, and it's just been awesome to see them, switch, as you said. I heard you talk about in the you're looking at that playoff machine and stuff back when they were in St. Louis. Like, yeah, is there a way? Can we get back in? Going from.
So you knew. You're like, oh,
Oh
I've been there,
yeah.
done that.
I've
Oh,
done
man.
exactly that same thing, because we were the greatest show on turf, and then it was a lot of struggling. So, but we were at the Colts game this year. There, that was a drivable game for us. Like
Oh,
you're
that
going
was
to New
fun,
York.
man. That's a good game to
Yeah.
go to.
Oh, it was so funny too, because at halftime, where you take a break or whatever, you go back, it's to the restrooms, get something to drink or whatever, and the Colts fans were all, oh man, they were all really nice, but they were like, oh man, your team is so good, they look really good, they're better than us, they were all being so nice, and then to go back out there and like watch them come back into the game and then win it at overtime, see Puka's first touchdown in the NFL, it was awesome. So to see what he's done since then, man, it's so awesome. So I'm excited for you, man, to go see him on New Year's Eve. That's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, no, I don't miss anytime they come around here. I don't miss it. To see them play at MetLife or JetLife, however you want to call it. It's been awesome. I mean, 51-17 in the pouring rain after everyone said that Jared Goff's tiny hands wouldn't do in cold weather. Just to see that. Yeah. Remember 3rd and 33, the bubble screen to Robert Woods goes for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Just like. I love those things, you know, and like the Bills game back with Bradford versus I think it was Ryan Fitzpatrick, and needed that win to stay alive. And again, we talk about the playoff machine era where it's like we're still looking at playoff machine today, but not quite. Like, let's explain to the people that don't understand, that weren't following in St. Louis. The Rams playoff machine era back in St. Louis, you were the Bears of today. You were the 5-8 team praying to God that you just figure it out with only, by the way, 16 games, not 17. So, and only 6 teams. So
it's so bad, trying to figure out how many other teams could lose just to give us a chance. So it's so awesome to be in the driver's seat right now and to watch Stafford just be an animal since, we get Carson Wentz, and I was right there with you after that Packers game. Like, oh my gosh, we need a backup who can play. And we went got Carson Wentz, and I was fired up about him. You've been talking about him since before the season, and we got him, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's still awesome. Don't get me wrong that we've got him, but I think that also maybe a little bit more fire under Stafford too. Like, hey, yeah. I like having Carson Wentz, but I'm going to go show you how good I am too. And to play through that thumb and everything, I think he's on a mission, man. I really do.
Oh, yes. He looks like he's heard everything, and he's unconscious. I mean, how many throws today looked like they could have been picked? I don't think he threw one that really was like, oh, that should have been picked.
0. I mean, even to the point where there was a couple where it felt like, I wish he would have threw it 6 inches further this way, so it's a little bit easier for Cup. But he's not. He's like, I'm not giving up an interception. I'm going to make my guys work, but it's going to be, where nobody else can get it. And he looks amazing. And I think, seriously, I know that they won't say it. The players won't say it. Oh, it's one play at a time. It's one game at a time, whatever. But, Stafford's eyeing, can I get back to the Super Bowl? That's what he wants. And he's gonna lead this team as hard as he can. And honestly, man, I mean, I know you worry about, I don't want to talk like a homer, but you heard it tonight, some of the Thursday night commentators and stuff on the broadcast. It's this is a team that nobody wants to play right now, and we got the best quarterback in the NFC and maybe the best quarterback in the league. But, maybe I'm being a homer in that, but I don't see anybody else throwing the ball like that. I really don't.
I mean, that looked like an MVP today, Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. One thing that kind of irked me a little bit, and I'm not throwing you under the bus or anybody under the bus because there are people that probably like this guy, and I have no issue with him. I just didn't like the beginning. That montage at the beginning of the broadcast, right? Do you remember when they showed Travis Rogers? Did you see when he said, I know he's with Locked On Rams. I have no issue with him whatsoever. But I didn't like how it was they had a clip of his radio thing early in the season or recently. And it was if you told me before the season that this team would be in the playoff hunt, I would have said you were crazy or whatever he said. And I was I'm sitting here, I'm bro, I said they were going to go 10-7 before the season kicked off. You got to be freaking kidding me.
You know what's funny?
It's just something that irked me. I don't know. It's
no,
come
Travis
on, man.
I don't know what his deal is. I know he's covered the Rams for a long time, and I love whatever. I love your stuff the most. I do pay attention to Lock On Rams too, though, because they do the content every day and I follow it. But I've been really happy since they brought D-Mac on because he's much more positive, and Travis is always, he's got to find a problem all the time. I feel like he's a little more supportive now, but you're right. He was so negative before the season. He was killing me. Travis, I don't want to hear this negativity. And what's going to be really awesome is I think they're going to prove you right, Jake. I think they're going 10-7, and it wasn't the way that you thought they were going to.
No,
I know that.
Although I did have them winning week 18 and losing week 2, and people thought I was absolutely insane. I'm wait. So you have them beating the 49ers, but the game you have them beating them in is not the one at home. It's on the road. And I was yes, here's my rationale for it. 3rd youngest team in football. Yeah. Why would they win week 2? they would win week 18, right? By virtue, because you grow throughout the season. And this is what we're seeing is that Byron Young and Kobe Turner and, Quentin Lake and Kyren Williams and Puka Nacua and all these guys are growing right before our eyes. I mean, Quentin Lake is going to be one of the best, nickel slot, dime backer, whatever you want to call him, because I know star isn't a position that you could just filter on a freaking chart. But I mean, he's going to be one of those top guys in the league. I mean, when you look at, guys like Kyren Williams, you're like, that's maybe the second best quarterback or second best running back in football. Then you look at Puka Nacua and you're like, how is he not offensive rookie of the year now that Stroud's missed 2 games? His last game against the Jets was terrible. It's like, I just, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's growth. And that's the beauty of it. And this is why I love this sport. And I think the NFL just clears any other sport. I mean, like I was just talking about this to my friend the other day. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but like the NBA, I'm not as interested in the NBA as I wear this Lakers hoodie. I mean, I only watch the Lakers because it's literally like, hey, we're going to draft this guy in the first round. And it's not like their draft doesn't mean anything. They make it mean nothing because they trade their guys away for stars. There's no development. It's not what we saw today. We saw it was a showcase of a lot of young guys that the entire NFL should be quaking in their boots. And it's not because of January or February. It's because of the long term. They really hit on this draft, man. They did.
Oh, it's amazing. And like you said about Quentin Lake, I think there's something to, when you hear McVay name players and he's talking about like, oh yeah, we're excited to get this guy back, or Quentin Lake's going to be back. You heard him say that within the last couple of weeks. And when he's back on the field, and then you see him tonight making plays nonstop, and he's getting the tackles, and he's, making the stops, and yeah, he's playing great nickel. And then he was talking about Kyren a little bit before the season. Like he knew, he's not mentioning these names like out of nowhere. I think he knows a little bit something about who's going to be, playmakers for him. And how cool was that to see Kyren get that touchdown, throw it up to his mom and stuff. And my brothers were texting me like, oh yeah, good thing his mom's not a wide receiver in the league, right? But she missed that a little bit, but
just a little bit.
the pictures of Kyren, like as a kid with Steven Jackson in St. Louis, like I know you've seen those too, but it's just kind of awesome to know that, hey, here's a guy that's been a Rams fan since he was a kid, now went through college, had an awesome career, and is now like tearing it up in the NFL. It's really exciting to have that guy in your team, and I'm just fired up, man.
I am too, man. It's a great feeling. It really is. And I feel like it's going to happen when you're confident, like, and like whatever, but it's different because no one can tell you like, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Like, that's true. I knew the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl as soon as they got Stafford, but you have to see it come to life. We've seen too many things. I saw, when I was younger, I saw Kurt Warner get hurt. I saw, Steven Jackson get hurt, or a Torrey Holt or an Isaac Bruce, and then Sam Bradford. I mean, you talk about his rookie season and you're like, wow, you're this close to getting in the playoffs his rookie year. Then the second year, he has a high ankle sprain and it kills the entire year. Danny Amendola dislocates his elbow. I mean, so many things have happened over the years. I mean, like Austin Davis, sliding in, and then Sean Hill. And so I've seen all of that, as have you and a lot of other Rams fans. So that's why I'm like, even though I knew it in my bones, Stafford was going to win a Super Bowl the moment he walked into the Rams organization, it's still a matter of seeing it, because at any point there could have been a Trent Green situation where, some asshat like Ronnie Harrison went low, took, Stafford out. And now it's, we're going to rally around John Wolford and play good football. And it's like, well, the difference here is that John Wolford is a guy. And I mean, Trent Green was really good and Kurt Warner was a Hall of Famer. So it would not have gone well. And so I'm glad. And that's another thing, that has to feel good. That's kind of the underrated factor about beating the Saints that I was hoping to highlight. I don't feel like when I went back and I watched a couple of my videos, I highlighted enough. This was a revenge game for Matthew Stafford. This is the team that knocked him out last year and abruptly ended his season and the Rams season, essentially. This is a revenge game, and I loved watching every minute of it.
Yeah, they tore him up. They took him down. I hate that they, slowed up a little bit. But, hey, it was like everybody and their mothers knew that the game was over. And, the Saints got a couple of trash touchdowns there towards the end. But it was awesome for Stafford to come in and just put him away. And to think about, because you put out that video, and you were right absolutely about we need to run the ball. And I don't think we did it enough. I feel like Kyren probably should have had another 150, but still to Stafford to come out again and be like, you know what? Yeah, great. They're good against the pass, but I'm going to tear them up anyway.
I love that.
He just keeps doing it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's the Ravens. It's the Browns. It doesn't matter what your defense is. He's gonna work them over. So I would have loved to see. The only thing that stuck with me, honestly, and I don't want to complain because I'm loving life right now.
Yeah.
But the only part of this game that stuck with me tonight that I was like, I know I was mad about was that point where we tried like the 49-yard field goal.
Oh,
and it was like 4th and 2. And it's like, man, just give it to Kyren. What are you doing? Come on. And you saw McVay's reaction right after where he's just like, oh, and they're like, okay. And I turned to my wife and I'm like, hey, I think McVay knows he's not going to do that again. Luckily, we didn't get in that situation again, but it was that moment, right, where they, then we give them the ball and they go down and score, and it made it kind of a close game for a minute, and it was just kind of silly. But, don't do stuff like that. Come on now. We know Kyron's going to go get it, but overall, you can't complain about tonight. It was awesome to see the Rams go out and put them away. So excited for next week, and excited you get to be there and see them, because I really feel like, we've had these kind of 2 games in a row where we're playing lesser opponents. The Rams are on fire. They know what they're doing. And I think next week when you see them play the Giants, that's the week where they're going to learn that other piece, which is like, okay, we're going up. We got up on them big, and we don't take our foot off the gas. Like, now we're really putting this team away, and we've seen that history, right, with against the Giants. So I'm excited for you, Jake, to be there for that one. I think it's going to be good.
Hey, I'm excited as well. I appreciate it. I just think, first off, my guy Ian at Mandalorian at _Mandalorian 27. I saw his tweet. He was at the game, and it's
nice
playoff game in parentheses tonight. Rams win, playoff odds jump to 76%. Rams lose, odds drop down to 14%. Side note, this is the most important part of this. Side note, kicker Lucas Haversick pregame field goal attempts are once again shaky beyond 40 plus. I saw that and immediately I quoted that sentence, and I said, if he misses one field goal early, I'm going for it every time if I'm the Rams. And that's how I felt. I was just like, you know what? I mean, this is going to be how it is. I mean, unfortunately, I guess it's a good problem to have. Their weakest link is their kicker. I mean, their offensive. Did Stafford get sacked today? Maybe once?
One. Yeah,
he got sacked once. One. He's been sacked fewer than anybody in the league since the bye.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is his presence in the pocket. I don't like if you put Goff behind this offensive line, it's not the offensive line's bad, but you would notice they have different mannerisms inside the pocket. And I feel like Stafford just, there are times where I'm watching him, like the hesitation, and some people would be like, why is he hesitating? Like, that's bad. But in reality, he's anticipating throws downfield, and it's very similar to Peyton Manning when he was on the Broncos. And that's kind of what I feel like he's going through, is kind of like this late career surge I think he's about to go on. Where, I mean, he's better right now than he was the Super Bowl season. I don't care who disagrees with that. I truly believe this is the best Stafford has ever looked.
I agree. I think he's in. I think he made it a real point to get in like the best shape of his life for this year, and he looks
Yeah.
different. And if you see him, like, somebody already brought that up, but like at the start of the second half, he rolls out to he's in trouble. He's getting pressure. He rolls out to the left and then throws it, 30 yards down the field or whatever, for that completion. And, it was just huge. And I thought, and I was yelling at the TV before that, like, just run the ball here. And then, he does that and rolls out and we get a huge gain. And it's like, wow, okay. And that's not, I mean, obviously we saw a lot of awesome Stafford in the Super Bowl year, but some of that kind of stuff I feel like is new this year. His ability to move a little bit more, and I think he looks awesome.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So hey, this is awesome. I'm glad I had you on. I'm gonna ask you a question that I don't know if you know the answer to, but were you the first person I had when I said I had 3 more spins, or were you the second? I've already lost.
I was. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I was the first. I think maybe you rolled with somebody that wasn't there. So
okay.
I've taken a lot of your time, and sorry about that, Jake. But I'm excited to be on and looking forward to next week. And I hope you have a great time at the game, man. So thanks for everything. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you. It's been fun. I don't think we've conversed on here yet, so this was awesome. I'm glad fate led to this.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Love to talk to you. Like I said, I've been watching for years and just finally had a minute tonight, with it being a Thursday night game, to jump on Discord and have a chat with you. So yeah, awesome to talk to you finally. And yeah, have a great time next week.
Hell yeah. I appreciate it. You take care.
All right, you too, man. Go Rams.
Go Rams. All right, guys. That was a fun call. I definitely enjoyed that. So we got 2 more spins. Here's what I'm going to say. Okay, so first off, Ian, I added you to the wheel. I only have 2 more people I'm going to have on because I'm obviously under the weather. However, I have a special thing for you. I don't love just doing giveaways just to increase numbers. I don't love it. I don't want to overdo it, but I haven't done a giveaway in a while. And I'm just going to say this right now. I'm thinking I do want to increase some numbers a little bit over on Kick, full disclosure. So why don't we do a Rams giveaway? That's right, folks. Let's do a Rams giveaway. We're actually going to do it right now. And then I'm going to use the spinner to, spin the next 2 spins. So let's give away something. Let's give away a Rams something, right? Untitled Rams something. I just need to know. Here's how we're going to do this, okay? This is how we're going to do this. This is the best way to do this. You ready? So you are going to, right now, if you're on YouTube, since YouTube is lit, I am trying to add some people over on Kick. Now, right here, you will see the link has just appeared. A wildkick.com/JKBogan link has appeared. Click on that. If you haven't followed me yet, be sure to follow. If you do follow, what you're going to do in the send message tab here over on Kick. So over in the Kick chat, right now, you are going to simply put the tag Rams. How about this? Just put Rams and dash wherever you think their season ends. Super Bowl, NFC title, divisional round, wild card, week 18, Rams dash wherever you think it ends. And I am going to put them all in this spinner thing, okay? And I will spin them. So that is, so over on kick.com/JKBogan, you're going to put Rams dash wherever you think they go. You must be following the Kick account if you have not already. So that will be the giveaway. I have them all right here. I can see them. So Alex, No, even Dodgers and Kings fans are allowed. I'm messing. Of course they're allowed. So I got, let's see, Rams Super Bowl, Rams divisional round, Rams divisional, Rams NFC title, Rams NFC championship, Super Bowl, NFC championship, Super Bowl, the promised land. Here we go. Got 773 followers. Let's keep it going. I'm going to put them all in right now. We're going to do it. Ready? So we got new. Okay, it kept the spinner for the next 2 callers. That's cool. So now we're just going to add everyone in here. And if you guys want to start doing these more, I'm down to start doing them more. It's an untitled Rams item. So I'll decide in a sec here. So do Roy the Wolf. Okay, Roy the Wolf. We got M Flexin. We got, let's see. Actually, I'll show you guys. There we go. All right. Starblade. Falco. Caesar 023. R. Trounde. Scythe 31. F. Talamantis. Cash Money FU. Fear the Fork Nation. All right. Keep it coming. Matt Pat. Germ Dog LAX. Chach, do you have him in the Super Bowl? Damn. Let's see. Ramsey Zone. X Chaos X29. Keep in mind, guys, you got to be following to be eligible. Got to follow the Kick account. I'll post the link again in case you didn't join yet. It is right here. And man, what are we going to give away? Ooh, ruptured gut. I don't know what the max is, but I don't think we're going to hit it because I think it's actually pretty high. J-Bill at 89. SoCal Ram 88. I think I didn't have that in already. Yeah, I didn't have that in. All right. Keep it coming. And it'll be on Fanatics. I know that. Let's see. All right, let's do a NFL. All right, chat. What are you thinking? Let's see. We got man. I'm looking right now. There's actually a lot of stuff on here. Could go with a hoodie. Could go with a Yo, who wants a Puka Nacua jersey? What if we did a Puka Nacua? All right. Everyone, go over right now. I'm telling you, go over to my Kick channel right now. follow J.K. Bogan on Kick. Drop exactly what I said, Rams dash, wherever you think their season ends up. And I will right now, on the fly, give away a Puka Nacua jersey. And it will be, we'll go with a modern throwback Puka Nacua jersey. That's what we'll do. There you go. What's up, GOAT? All right. It's got to be on Kick. Okay, Clutch Cam. I'm doing 2 more spins after this to decide who comes on. Bowser Zilla. Lucky Luke. 7. Man, look at how freaking big this thing is. Nathan M. 16. You're already following, I believe. Yeah, you're already following. Ram Days 28. Come on, folks. LA Canuck. Be sure to keep be sure that you are following on Kick. The Real Top G. What's up, GOAT? And you are, let's see. Real Top G, it says you are not following. So you will have to add you hit the follow button on the account. I'll still add you, but just be sure to do that. There you go. Real Top G. Rams fan? I think that's... Is that a separate Rams fan? Oh, no, that's the same. Okay, that's the same Rams fan. Okay. I will ask you for your size and all the details once I know who wins. Grizz Dog 321. Will Corella. Will, you gotta follow, brother. Darth Dudicus. King Mufasa. Okay. I think I'm the only teen here, so I deserve it more. Come on, y'all. Puka Nacua, let's go. I'm giving away a Puka Nacua modern throwback jersey. All right. Let's see. Real quick, I think I had some viewer activity, although this page is like really laggy. I don't know what's going on here with YouTube. Okay. Viewer activity. All right, let's while I wait for you guys. Good guy Connor, thank you so much for the 5. You are the captain of this fan base, Jake. We love you and we'll always rally behind you. Keep it up, man. See all the effort you put into your content. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Congrats, Jake. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you for the 5. Connection issues on my side. LFG. Thank you so much for the 20, Roger. Sorry for the connection issues. I'm glad you're able to come on, though. Cash Money FU. Thank you for the 5. Jake, I know you posted a video about Riley Patterson, but do you think the Rams will actually sign him? I don't know. I don't actually know if I posted a video on him, but I have to look into him. I don't know how good he really is, truly. I haven't really looked too much into him, but I will. Brian, thank you so much for the 10. Appreciate you. Mark, thank you so much for the 10. All right, let's go sign Houston and JPP and Gold and go for a run. Gold retired, but I hear you. Thank you so much for the 2. Gold, JPP, Houston. Let's make a run. Talamantis Frank, thank you so much for the 2. Is New York rioting over Yamamoto yet? I don't know. It's pretty quiet over here, but also because it's 1:42 a.m. Brian, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate you guys. All right, now let's catch up here. Got Jay Zipson. Okay, let's see. Jay Zipson. There we go. And KF91. And Noah Chavez, 28. And Horns _up. If you do win and you haven't followed, I'll just need you to follow and then I'll give you the win. I understand it could be a little bit of a pest, but all right. All right, chat. You make the rules. When should we pull this giveaway? Still not sure about where I am sitting for the game next week. But yeah. Frank Merle. No, you're good, Cash Money. You're good. Gamer Ram. Let's keep it coming, folks. How do you get in the giveaway? You go to kick.com/JKBogan, you follow on there, and then you drop a Rams dash wherever you think their season ends. LA Canuck, thank you so much for the gifted sub, my friend. Appreciate it. KF91, we can talk about that. I'm not sure how that whole thing works, but we can talk about it. If it's not too much, I don't mind footing the bill for shipping. But I don't know how it works, truthfully. Lucky Luke Championship. Oh, I already have you in there. All right. Brian, I know. I appreciate it, man. And I've seen you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You were one of the kindest people I've met on here. Means a lot. Sounds good. All right. Is anyone still trying to get in on the thing? I'm not trying to pull it if somebody is in the process. Want to get everyone's names on there. Make shipping from your house cheaper. Interesting. I did not know that. Horns up. Okay, got that. Cool. I'm based out of upstate New York. I mean, I'll probably... I got you. I get what you're saying. Phoenix Nash. OC Rams fan. All right, so here's who I have. OC Rams fan. You haven't followed the channel yet. Phoenix Nash is following the channel. Let's see. So OC Rams fan, you'll be in as soon as you follow the channel. Oh boy. Louis Ando. Call it at 150. That's cool. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. Thanks, Sammy. Night, Ernest. All right. So we're going to pull the giveaway. We're going to pull the giveaway in 7 minutes. So at 1:55 Eastern time, which would, I can't do math right now. I'm way too tired. I don't know. It's what, 10 your time? There should be a follow button, Yanko. No. Doesn't look like there's any. Just wanted to make sure I didn't put any duplicates. Thank you, Fear. Thanks, Horns Up. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Yeah, actually, while we're waiting, I'll spin. Is everybody in there? Let's see. Will, SoCal, Phoenix, P-Train. Okay, so everybody's in there. Let's do it. Next caller after I pick the winner. All right, Germ. So Germ is next. So I'll put you. I'm going to put you in private gaming so I know. And then. Because I don't want to waste your guys' time. My bad. SoCal. I'll put you in that as well. And I'll do 2 more. How about that? And then we'll call it a night. Falco. So in that order. And the last one. Nico is not there anymore, so. Coach Ray it is. So, guys, I'm going to go live tomorrow for anybody that I missed out, and you guys will be able to call in tomorrow. So, don't worry too much about it. I have everybody on, but I just honestly can't. I can't have everybody. I'm going to lose my mind if I do that, because then I'll never go to bed. This has been a lot of fun, though. I'm glad we did this the kind of weird Wheel of Fortune way. All right. So, we got a fat stack of names. We got our 4. Our final 4. I hope no one dislikes me anymore. I hope no one dislikes me because of this. I promise you I will go live tomorrow in some capacity, and we'll do it again. Or I'll do whatever, Twitter Spaces. But anyway, okay. Let's see. Can't please everybody, of course, as we know. What about your loyal followers? Do I qualify to be in the giveaway? Yeah, Darren. I didn't already put you in there, did I? No, I did not. Okay, cool. So, did not. Darren, 75. Yanko, you are in there. All right. Two more minutes. You want to get in on the Puka Nacua jersey giveaway? Head on over to kick.com/JKBogan. Follow and drop Rams Dash, whatever you think is going to happen. Oju Sammy. Okay, Oju Sammy. I'll just put you in because I see that you've been following me for a bit. So I know you've been following me for a bit. So Ritter der Kokensnuss. All right. One more minute, guys. Rams man money. Okay, so the winner, what you're going to do is you're going to DM me, okay? You're going to DM me at JK Bogan on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, whatever social media, at JK Bogan, DM me. Let me know. No liars. If I get multiple DMs, I'm taking you out of the spin for next time. So, all right. 55. Going once. Going twice. All right. For the Puka Nacua jersey. Ram Days 28. You have won the Puka Nacua modern throwback. What size do you want? I'll order it right now. Oh, congratulations. Thank you everyone for participating. That was a lot of fun. Man, look at how like thin those freaking All right. So, spin it again for fun. All right. Well, I got to write this down so I don't forget. So, let's see. All right. So, Ram Days 28. Be sure to DM me with all your details. Hell yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, DM me all your details, size, where I'm sending it to, all that, and we'll figure all that good stuff out. So congratulations. And I'm going to remove you from this. And because I'm in the feeling of giving, it's the season of giving, going to give a Rams hat away to whoever this lands on. Darren 75, Rams hat. Congrats. All right. All right, so we got Darren 75, Rams hat, and let's see here. Hey Jesse, thank you so much. Or Phoenix, thank you so much. I really appreciate the 5. Yo, Jake, just want to say get better, man. Get some rest, and I'll catch you next time. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the live stream tomorrow. Hopefully, I feel a little bit better, and I'll have more people on. It'll probably be a call-in live stream. So yeah, I've already decided I want to do that. But really appreciate that, man. All right, let's. I ain't done yet. Why don't we do? All right, let's do. I'm thinking of something right now. Maybe it's dumb. Maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead, but I don't want to. Oh, yo, this is fire. Okay. All right. This is fire. So we're going to go a Rams Fanatics branded t-shirt and adjustable hat combo pack. Let's do that. One more. Clutch Cam, congrats. So the combo pack, that's a yellow Rams shirt and a cool Rams hat that I've never seen before. It's like an all yellow logo with the blue. So here we go. Rams t-shirt and hat combo. Jake having an Oprah moment. Everyone be sure at JK Bogan, if you win, DM me, let me know what your details are, what you won, all of that. I have it all listed here so I can cross-reference it. But I'm not done though, guys. There's just like, I don't know. Like I feel like I need to do some more. Like I feel really good right now. So see, it's not all about the numbers, man. It's not all about that. Like it's one thing. Yes, it helps. Obviously, yes, I got my people up, my followers up on Kick, but it's beyond that. I like genuinely like doing nice things. So let's do. We got a. Let's see. Let's see here. All right, let's do. I'm not sure. I'm not made of money, so I can't just give jersey. How about? Oh, never mind that one. No. How about a Fanatics branded tri-blend pullover hoodie? Swizzleberry, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Hayworth Fern chair. Do you realize how much this chair costs? Of course you do. That's why you're saying that. All right, let's do it. So for the hoodie, let's do it again. Yanko wins the hoodie. All right. By the way, get at me as soon as you can because I gotta order this stuff, and if it's out of stock by the time you get back to me, then we'll have to wait until it's back in stock. So please be sure to do that. But yeah, so we got the tri-blend pullover hoodie. Okay, let's do one more. Let's go. I'm trying to figure this thing out. What would be a good... Let's do... That is gone. All right, let's do some Rams Nike performance shorts. Ready for this? All right. Rams Nike performance shorts. You ready? Boom. Gamer Ram. There we go. All right. So Gamer Ram. Got the Rams Nike performance shorts. Boom. There we go. Your heart skipped a beat. Oh man, why do I want to do one more? I gotta stop. I probably should stop, but I'm not going to. So, and keep in mind, guys, at JK Bogan on social media, preferably Twitter, so I can get your order, like your size and where to ship it ASAP, so I can get it before it's sold out. So, I do have people waiting to call in. My bad. I'm so bad at this. Oh, man. All right. I'll do one more. How about this? We'll do another hat. Okay? It's only fair. So we'll do one more hat giveaway, and then we're good. I did all my Christmas shopping. I don't, I'm good. We're good. I held up my end of the bargain. We'll do a hat. And the hat's a mystery, but it's a mystery thing. I'm going to send it to you. I just need to know the size, or if it's adjustable, then just adjustable. So we'll probably just keep it adjustable. All right, let's do it. Random hat giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Oju Sammy. All right. Be sure to hit me up again. If you do not hit me up at all, I'll just assume that you do not want this. So be sure to hit me up and I'll get it for you because you won the giveaway. So Rams hat, that's it. I'll be doing these more, I think, but more so in the effort of giving and less about receiving, less about the numbers, less about, it was obviously great to have followers, don't get me wrong, and it helps. And now, we're at 789, but giveaways aren't just about helping yourself. I mean, I actually genuinely want to be nice and do cool things. So yeah, glad we did that. Pretty excited about it. And yeah. Let's finish this show out the right way. Let's have 4 people on who've been waiting all freaking night. I appreciate their patience. It's late. It's late for them. It's late for me. So let's have those 4 people on. Then we'll wrap up this show. I think it's been a success. So really appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Definitely a little bit different than our usual shows. But when am I this late? Like, when am I live this late? On Kick, I guess it makes sense. So if you're watching on Kick, okay, then you get it. But typically speaking, I don't really stay up this late on a live stream unless I'm gaming, right? So anyway, let's start off. The first, I believe, was Germ, and then it was SoCal, and then it was Falco, and then it was Coach Ray, I think. So let's start off with Germ. Germ, how you doing?
What up?
How's it going?
I am happy, but so goddamn tired at the same goddamn time.
Well, I appreciate the patience. I know it took a while.
Oh no,
man, I do things off script if you can't tell.
Oh, I know, but check this out. I'm hyped.
Yes,
I'm so fucking hyped.
I am as well. I hear you. So, what are you thinking moving forward?
Oh, going forward, no matter what, we're going to the playoffs. That's number one.
Oh yeah, no, I feel good about that.
We're going to the playoffs. That's pretty much guaranteed in my eyes. We're going to the playoffs, and when we get into the playoffs, nobody wants to see us.
No.
From the Niners to the Cowboys, nobody in the NFC wants to see us because every single person that we run up against in the playoffs, we're bodying.
Yeah.
Bodies.
That sounds like a movie.
Dak, you want to throw? Nope. AD on your ass. Oh, is that Mr. 88? Oh, are you blowing coverage? Huh? Hit out of bounds. Get your ass back. Oh. Michael Parsons? The wannabe GOAT? The wannabe AD? Sit your ass down. On to the next one. And on to the next one. Oh, Detroit? What's up, baby? Matt Stafford revenge game on your ass. Body. On to the next. Yo, San Fran.
That's funny.
How you doing?
Oh man.
You want to run this shit back? You want a repeat of 2021? Because because that's what's gonna happen.
Hey, I'm here for it.
You want to repeat of 2021, son? Oh, oh, we got a couple of new players. Guess what? So did we. Huh? Puka. You
Yeah.
want the poop nuke dropped on you? I bet. Hey, yo, Kyren, what's good, my boy? You want to pick up 200 in the NFC championship game? Go for it, son.
Yeah.
Oh, Brock Purdy, the wannabe MVP. Sit your ass down by the GOAT. The greatest player of all time, arguably, I understand. AD on your ass. All right? Let's go. Hey, kiddos. Get little. Sit your ass down. We're good.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. So I guess I want to ask you, when you're looking at the postseason and everything, who is going to be the guy? I mean, we saw OBJ was huge in the Super Bowl. Bryson Hopkins was huge in the Super Bowl. Darrell Henderson was huge in the Super Bowl. Cooper Kupp, divisional round of the playoffs. You look at Cooper Kupp really stepping up in that one. Von Miller, Aaron Donald. Obviously the championship game, Aaron Donald. But Matthew Stafford was always very, very calm, cool, collected. Who is that guy that's going to lead them however far they go? Or a few guys?
To be realistic with you, Aaron Donald on defense. We're running our defense for our boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Puka Nacua. And dare I say it, Matthew Stafford and Kyren Williams.
I think that sounds like tonight.
Because people are scared because that's all we need.
Yeah.
I am by no means writing off Cooper Kupp. That's just an added bonus at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's just an added bonus. Let that man get open. Touchdown. Oh, you want to worry about this dude? You got this dude. You got Robinson. You got the speedy Atwell. I mean, come on. Like, you can't stop all of them. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. I think that's a huge thing. It's just this diversifying the receiver room, I think is what is so important. And I think they've done that the right way. Who they've gone out and gotten, DeMarcus was a huge pickup. But since I know you're tired and I'm tired, do you have any final thoughts before I move on to the next of 3 more callers for the night?
Oh, yeah. If we go to the Super Bowl, you raffle off the WWE Championship belt. That's it. Go Rams.
Sounds good. Hey, appreciate you supporting. You're the man, and take care.
You too. Bye, Jake.
Bye, Jim. All right. So we got SoCal next. And then we got Ray and Falco after SoCal, and that's the show tonight. And then tomorrow, for anybody that's just now getting in, I did spin the wheel for those people. I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow, so don't worry. If you can't make it, I'll probably find some time during this mini buy, but I think tomorrow a live stream with just having people on would be kind of cool. Not really any sort of topic. I mean, maybe there'll be a topic or two, but Let's see. SoCal, what's up?
What's up, Jake?
How we doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. Wide awake, excited, happy. You know, happy that the YouTube and the whole Discord is growing, man. Like happy to be part of it all, man.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really feels like everything's growing right now. It's a beautiful thing, you know. But I mean, it's because of people like you, you know, buying in and supporting me. So I appreciate it. You enjoy the game tonight? Although I know it.
Oh, yeah.
This stream feels like it's been forever. So I'm sure, you know, it feels like the game was probably like hours ago.
The game. So okay, the game. The Rams were just too dominant. Like I know, like I know you said you wanted to keep it positive, so they were just dominant on like I feel like everywhere besides obviously you know some stuff they need to clean up. I feel like sometimes maybe they just get too comfy, or I don't know if it's a strategic plan, but you know these games they got to put these teams away, and they could have easily blown them out. I felt like the way they were playing, they were going to end up with like easily over 40 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way it was looking like. So I hope they clean that up going forward, which I know they will. If they, you know, like going into the playoffs, they maybe play a different type of ball. The way these guys are playing right now, I honestly don't think nobody wants to see them. Like even San Francisco, Week 18, do they really want to play the Rams and risk playing their starters and getting them injured? Even if they do, you know, like they don't want to see the Rams because they know it's always a tough battle. Regardless if we lose or not, it's always down to the wire. You know, it's never like, oh man, we're not in it. And now that the Rams are clicking on offense, like think about it. You got Robinson, Puka, Cup, Higbee, Allen. You got Kyren Williams. Like that's just too much of an arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree.
We didn't have.
It's too hard to game plan against.
They didn't play with D-Rob in week 2. They didn't have Dotson. Kyren Williams was not playing like you know like how he's now. And Stafford, it looks like he's just that guy deserves to get comeback player of the year, man. The way he's playing, like as of late, I don't see any other quarterback worth like that should get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I definitely know what you mean. I think it's kind of funny because we just continue to talk about like Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott and all these guys, but I mean, I'm watching Stafford and I understand maybe the numbers aren't there, but to be honest with you, I don't know if a quarterback should win the MVP this year. I don't think the numbers really blow anybody away. But if that's the case, then I mean, Stafford should definitely get, because here's the thing that I don't, and I'm going to say this and some people might not like it. I have a lot of respect for Damar Hamlin. He went through a lot and I'm a fan of his. You know, I donated to his charity and everything. Damar Hamlin should not win comeback player of the year over Matthew Stafford. He's only played in 2 games.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to like ball and who thought like, oh, Stafford's washed, he's old. And, you know, because for the last year, you know, like, hey, he hasn't missed a step. Then I'm thinking you're right. He's actually playing better than he did the Super Bowl year. Less picks. He's playing more accurate than he did our Super Bowl year. He's playing on another level.
Yeah.
And people that aren't Rams fans are not seeing that. They're just, you know.
No, absolutely.
They're not. So I'm hoping he gets that recognition because, like, he deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, even after he won the Super Bowl, even though how he was clutch, they still kind of downplayed him. And I'm like, nah, man, nah. He needs to get the respect he deserves.
I agree. I felt like that was the most downplayed Super Bowl win ever. Like, a lot of people just continued to, like, they didn't even walk back their statements about Stafford. It just felt like people didn't really care. Like, it was all, Cooper Kupp won that and Aaron Donald. And I don't feel like Stafford ever got enough credit for what he was able to do. And I swear to you that he didn't win Super Bowl. By the way, he's the only quarterback in NFL history to throw 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl and not win Super Bowl MVP. And I swear to you, the people voting were the people that doubted him at the beginning of the season, and they didn't want to have to, stick by that. So they were like, oh, well, I don't have to vote for him. I'll vote for Cooper Kupp or Aaron Donald. And that way, if he's not Super Bowl MVP, then I don't look like an idiot. See what I'm saying?
Right. And to think about it like this, he tried throwing it to other players. They just weren't catching the ball. So he said, you know what? The only option I got is Kupp. And everybody knew it was going to be Kupp. But guess what? He was still throwing to him in those windows, in those pockets that only he could do it. If it was Goff having to just throw it to the Kupp, not winning. We're not. He's not throwing that fade shot. He's not doing that no look pass. We're not winning if we have anybody else but him in that position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I do know what you're saying. 100%. SoCal, how far do you have this team going to wrap this thing up?
Man, well, I said maybe the divisional, but and that's only because I feel. And not because they don't have the talent. I feel like it'll just come down to poor officiating. But that hasn't been on our side this year, to be honest. Who knows? And I was just actually looking because somebody said, why don't we go pick up a kicker like Riley Patterson? I just looked up one of his stats. He's made 58 field goals out of 66. So that's 87.9%. Longest field goal, 53. Who knows? What if we get a Stafford and a kicker versus Detroit? You know what I mean? And go to the divisional. But
yeah. Why did they cut him?
I feel like so. What I'm reading on is they cut him, and because their new kicker is supposedly he was outplaying him, but they also added to make room for Hendon Hooker to the roster because I feel like maybe they just needed the room, so they cut the kicker. But maybe they're trying to have a backup quarterback just in case,
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'd sign this guy in 2 seconds. I don't think I had any idea.
He's not bad.
No. He's a career 87% field goal kicker. I might do a video on it tomorrow. I mean,
if I was the Rams, I'd be like, hey, pick up the phone, bring you, his career long is 53, but the way the Rams are playing, they're getting in that 30, that red zone, so you just need somebody that's accurate. And Lucas Haversick is not accurate. I feel like as soon as he kicks the ball, you can already tell it's not going to go in. I'm sorry. I was trying to be hopeful for the young dude, but
so he missed one field goal inside of 29 yards, which, that's not great. But then he missed one field goal beyond 50. Basically, the fact of the matter is he fits what the Rams are right now. They're a team when they need to kick a field goal, they're stalling at, in the 30-yard field goal range, the 40-yard, not 50 plus anymore. This is a better offense than what we saw earlier in the year. So I would say 100%, I would sign this guy as soon as the sun came up tomorrow morning. I would sign Riley Patterson to a contract because this guy flat out can kick. I mean, look, his longest field goal is 53. Right. I mean, the Rams don't need to kick 50-something yards. This is one of the best offenses in the game. So I'm sorry to the people that were like, hey, what are your thoughts on Riley Patterson? And I had no idea, so I didn't say anything. I was just kind of like, yeah, I haven't really looked at him. He's a 24-year-old kicker who is
young.
Yeah, he's young. He's kicked, you said 58 out of 66. He's made 87.9% of his field. He has an 87.9% field goal rate. His extra points, he's missed 3 in his career. He's kicked for 3 years. He's kicked in 37 games. Any playoffs here? he hasn't missed in the playoffs. He is 4 for 4 at extra points, 3 for 3 in the playoffs. His longest in the playoffs, it doesn't say, although it looks like he kicked 2 inside of 49 yards. Yeah, I get Riley Patterson 2 seconds.
They cut him at the perfect time for the Rams. You know, like a kicker like this in this late in the season, you're not gonna find unless you want to try to sign Robbie Gold and pay him a lot of money. You know, with a lot of incentives. Because I was thinking, man, maybe they could sign him or something. But he did retire. But I don't know. And you know, I like this kind of aggressiveness from McVay. You know, going for it. Just you know, I hope he keeps it going, man. Like I like how he keeps running the ball, goes on it for 4-2. You know, sometimes I do I'm like, wait, so we get to the red zone by running the ball.
Yeah.
And then we get to the red zone and we're gonna throw three passes, and the last one, I just feel like Kyren's your dude, man. Like this guy is a top right now. If he didn't miss those 4 games, he's a top 3 running back with numbers, chomping at the bit, and he's only gonna get better next year. He's gonna he just needs to if they get him catching the ball better. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I hear you there, but hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. It's nice talking with you. I think I missed you the last couple times.
I didn't, man. I got COVID. I'm dealing with some sickness too.
Man, what the hell? We gotta get better.
Yeah, but I told Falco hey, man, I gotta get on this one. I'm like, it's been a while. I'm happy. Usually I'm a little bit often the defense is playing really good. They just got to clean up those long over the top plays that kind of kick us in the butt towards the end, but maybe that's me asking too much. I just feel like that's miscommunication. It's not that they're, not, they can't make the plays. I just feel like, hey, they're not communicating. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. I totally get it.
And we're definitely going to be even better next year. Just think about all that draft and the money and these guys just evolving in front of our eyes,
Yeah.
I think we're in good steps, man. I really do. But hey, man, I appreciate you doing all this for us and with the Rams and talking football, man, and even up to date videos. I'm we're working during my day and I get the notification. I'm like, hell yeah, here's some content. Keep me going, man. Let's go.
Hey, absolutely.
I hope you feel better too, man.
Thank you so much, SoCal. I appreciate it. And and once again, I know it was a while ago, but it doesn't feel like a while ago, and I still really appreciate you sending over the hat for me. That meant a lot. All right. Last 2, and then we're calling it a night. Oh my God. I said it wouldn't be this long, and I ended up stretching it into this long of a stretch. And I can't even, this is probably the most sick I've been that you guys have seen on a live stream. I don't know how I sound. I don't think I sound great, but anyway, Falco and then Coach Ray, and then we call it a day. Falco.
What's up, Jake?
How's it going?
I'm doing quite well despite it being literally 1:30 a.m. where I live right now. Oh my God, I'm feeling so good, Jake. The win was massive, okay? I don't care if we let it up those final 2 touchdowns within garbage time, essentially. First off, one of them should have been called back because of an offensive pass interference call, which was missed on Kobe Durant.
Yeah. I definitely thought it was OPI on AT Perry.
Yeah, that was OPI. But that aside, we played really well. Offense clicking as usual. Kyren Williams proving he's the next RB1 in this franchise.
Yeah.
He's the first 1,000-year. He is the first 1,000-year rusher since 2018 Todd Gurley, and we know how good 2018 Todd Gurley was.
No, absolutely. He's just Kyren is awesome. He really is.
Kyren's awesome. I am really happy for Alexis for seeing Kyren's success.
Yes.
Because she wanted Kyren badly. So I'm happy to see her pick getting some love. By the way, Puka Nacua and I will say this, will 100% break records against the Giants next week. He will.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, it's all set up.
If you look at the numbers, right, according to Aaron Marioff, he needs 129 yards in his final 2 games to break Jamar Chase's rookie record of 1,455 yards, and he just needs 11 catches to break Jalen Waddle's rookie record.
Yeah.
If he breaks those 2 records, that just cements his case as Offensive Rookie of the Year.
No, I think he's the Rookie of the Year. I really do.
You have to give it to him at this point, because as much as people would say, like, give it to CJ Stroud, he's a quarterback. Yeah, but he's been gone the last 2 games. Hell, might be gone this week, probably. And his last game against the Jets, he did not play that well before he got injured. So,
yeah.
As for Puka, played through those injuries and performed very well in those games.
Yeah, that's the key.
I'm so proud of this Rams team right now.
I know.
Because like I was talking about with a couple of my other friends who are also like Rams fans and whatnot, and all of them are saying like we are gonna be like a 5-win team, 6-win team. We're just not gonna be that good. I told them, hey, look, watch out for these rookies, these young players. They're gonna do something with this coaching staff, and well, all of them are apologizing to me, saying like, yeah. So I'm very proud of this team, and I'm just in love with a lot of these players. By the way, shout out to Quinn Lake. I don't think a lot of people will talk about him, but I thought he had a really good game tonight against the Saints.
Yeah, he's nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm very excited for him. He's somebody I had as you probably know, I had the privilege of speaking with not once but twice. On Downtown Rams. DTR. Yeah, so he's the guy that I've been rooting for. Probably one of the best guys I've ever interviewed. So definitely a big fan of him. I'm
very happy he's succeeding.
Yeah, this team
just as a seventh round pick, right?
6th round pick out of UCLA. Yep.
6th round. Okay. Yeah, because I remember him being a really late round pick. I just forgot which round it was, 6th or 7th. But
do you remember when I did my live stream? It was my Rams mock draft, and I had him going to the Rams.
Yes, I did remember.
Like I think it was the same pick he was drafted. It was the 6th round, like a late 6th round, like 190 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I got another one in this draft. Oh no, I got a few. I got Davis Allen, I got McClendon, and man, I'm already forgetting.
Trey.
I think.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember because I know you had 3 guys. I know 2 of them were Allen and McClendon.
Maybe Hampton. I don't know.
Maybe it was Hampton.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Hampton, actually. Because, let's hear. I remember you kind of being down on the Kobe Turner pick, but then you being happy with the Nick Hampton pick.
Yes. So, I think it was Nick Hampton. I think you're right. I think Nick Hampton, McClendon, and Davis Allen were the picks that I had, the Rams getting, the mock draft. The year before all of that, even before when I had Lake, I had the Rams getting Rochelle. So I've nailed a few of those Rams picks in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just so proud of this team. Like,
It just feels
dude,
different,
they
man.
have turned around from,
You know?
from like 3-6 on where like we're even doubting playoffs because we just lost poorly to the Packers without Matthew Stafford and having to watch Brett Rippon for a game, to now being 8-7.
awful.
70% chance to make the playoffs, by the way.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God.
And you can watch this weekend, and it sets up a potential clinching scenario next week. Not saying it'll happen, but I mean, the Vikings losing the Well, let's talk about it. The Lions have to win because they haven't clinched the playoffs yet. So they have just as much need. They're not going to sit their starters, you know?
Right.
So you got the Lions and then the Packers and Panthers. I mean, the Panthers are just trying to play for pride at this point. Packers
they have
need it.
Nothing to lose, you know? And finally, it's what they say. You never want to play a team who has nothing to lose for. The Panthers are in that spot where they have nothing to lose for at this point because look at their situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, with us, 3-6, we had nothing to lose for. We were just fighting every game. And look at us now. Sixth seed right now.
You're dead on.
Right? Are we the 6th seed?
Right now, they're the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. I'm actually going to bring up the NFL. What is it? NFL playoff picture. I'm going to zoom in on who the Rams are playing, which it'll be the Panthers. I'm going to tweet it out on Twitter. And
you mean by Lions?
Oh, the Lions. Geez, I get those two confused all the time if you haven't picked up on it. I have no idea why.
Of the colors.
It has to be.
Because of the colors.
It's so weird.
They're more cats. Like, because Panthers and Lions are both cats, so.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. I don't know. I don't like it. It's like, no, not a fan of that. Man, I was hoping for like a nice graphic. I feel like they're slacking on these graphics lately.
Dude, I know, right?
Like, man, even like the graphic that they were showing on TV, like for NFL Network, I was like, this is terrible. Right. Like the editing doesn't even look good. Like,
dude, bro, because like they know for a fact that most people won't even care what's on the screen unless it's the game, anyways. Dude, bro, like speaking of the graphics. Like, some of those graphics they showed off tonight were just so odd.
Yeah.
Let's just... Quick side tangent. The one on where they showed off, like, the NFL memes one on where they showed off, like, how bad, like, the NFC South is, that was one of the most baffling graphics I think I've ever seen from a NFL. Like,
I know.
What were they thinking with that? But I'm just so proud of you.
Oh, yeah. I am too.
Yeah, this win is so good.
No, I feel great. Falco, I'm going to get to Coach Ray if he's awake because I am going to fall asleep.
You're a tart. Makes sense. I hope you feel better. And Jake, for you doing all those giveaways earlier tonight, you are beating out my Michael Jordan for his flu game. I swear. You're actually beating him out for his flu game because you are seriously the GOAT.
I appreciate it.
Just football content in general. And I and many of fans appreciate you very much. And I hope you get better soon.
Hey, appreciate you, Falco. And Edwin has me cracking up over here in the comment section saying sleep stream. Oh, hell no. You guys will never see me sleep. Not that I know of. Maybe somebody will hack into like my freaking camera or something. I don't know, but it's not the plan anyway. Oh, good God.
Oh
but
my God.
Well, hey, thank you for tuning. Thank you for coming on here and talking with me, and I'll be doing it tomorrow.
No problem, Jake.
So,
all right, awesome. I'll make sure to tune in and maybe not do the call-in since I'm talking to you tonight. But hey, if I get called in again, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like as far as like time frame. I know people have a lot of stuff to do at night. I'm not going anywhere because I'm not trying to get anybody sick. So, I'll probably do it. I don't know, probably around like dinner time, East Coast.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
Sounds good. All right, you take it easy.
Good. You too, Jake.
All right, later, Falco.
Later, Jake.
All right, so 2:42 a.m. and we got Coach Ray on. Coach, you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, you are a trooper! I am so sorry it took so long.
I'm not even. I pale in comparison to what you're trying to pull tonight. I'm here in the West Coast. I have really no excuse given what you're doing on the East Coast. So, all good. Good.
Patience is still patience, though. We're coming on 3 hours, so don't sell yourself short.
It's all good. Hey, I can talk Rams all night long. No worries.
Man. So I don't have all night long, but I definitely wanted to give you your say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just wanted to kind of part with just a couple of thoughts here that maybe you might not be aware of. So I just want to share one stat that you may not be aware of. This is the first time we've had a quarterback for 4 straight games have 2 or more touchdowns with no interceptions.
Wow.
So he's the first out of all the quarterbacks we've had in the league, Rams have had, he's the first quarterback to ever do that. And we've had some good quarterbacks.
You mean to tell me that the guy they call Stat Padford and Mr. Pick Six was the first guy to do that?
The first guy to ever go 4 straight games, throw 2 or more touchdowns, and not have a pick.
Oh my God, that is absolutely crazy.
So I could not leave you tonight without sharing that stat.
I love that. I'll actually sleep better tonight knowing that. And I'm not kidding you because I mean, you've gotten to know me, over the last year or so.
Yeah.
I mean, I have there's romantic nature when it comes to football with me. I absolutely love this sport. And I love being a total nerd and looking up stupid shit. No, I don't know, it just popped up. It just popped up on my screen here and I kind of read it. And, oh man.
That was an amazing stat given, Stafford's not known to be the guy who doesn't want to throw that, pass that could cause a pick, right?
See, this is, and I'm going to say this right now. He's changed how he plays the game. He's more cautious. Yep. He's the best he's ever been. And I got to tell you, I'm not drafting a quarterback in this draft. I got to tell you something right now. I'm thinking Stafford is going to try to play into his 40s. I really feel confident. He has changed the way he plays football. Yeah. And knowing that, to me, it's like an Andrew Whitworth effect, right? There's no point of having Andrew Whitworth if you don't have a Super Bowl team, if you don't have a top quarterback, right?
Right.
So by having Stafford playing into his 40s, if you agree to that, you have to be understanding of something. And I am insinuating the idea of maybe he signs another deal. I'm actually willing to say that. But that comes with the idea and the notion that, look, this team needs to make sure the offensive line is reinforced to the point where he's not getting hit at all. Right. We're not talking. I mean, he's getting hit. He's been sacked the fewest of any quarterback since the bye. That still isn't enough. I'm talking about needs to be so reinforced that we're seeing 10 sacks a season.
Right. You need the Brady effect.
I mean, it really has to be that. If you want him to play that long, it would have to be that. But I mean, it makes sense because if you think about it, Stafford's in his 3rd year as a Rams quarterback. Mm-hmm. I got to be honest with you, he's retiring a Ram. It's going to be hard for Lions fans to hear that. He's going to end up being looked at as a Ram.
Right.
because it's already Google Matthew Stafford. What comes up? Him in a Lions uniform, despite the fact he played how many years with the Lions, or him in a Rams uniform. There you go.
Yeah, Rams for sure, right? I mean, that the fact that he won the Super Bowl, I think that's kind of what's going to put him over the top, right?
Yeah, I mean this isn't Joe Namath on the Rams, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
This is Kurt Warner. This is this is anybody. Like Matthew Stafford can retire as the greatest Rams quarterback ever. That is entirely real. That is a real thing. If he wants this, he can have it. And I got to say, I mean, I'm thinking about it right now. And, he played from 2009 to 2020 with the Lions.
Right.
But if you think about it right now, he's 35. Right. So his fourth season in the NFL with the Rams, he'd be 36.
Mm-hmm.
His fifth, he'd be 37. Mm-hmm. His sixth, he'd be 38.
Mm-hmm.
His, seventh would be 38. Eighth would be 39.
Right.
Ninth would be 40.
Right.
So if he hits 40, that's 9 years with the Rams. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the Lions. I mean, now you're getting into like LeBron James Lakers territory where, yes, was he a Cavalier for most of his career? Sure, but I mean, if he wins another ring with the Lakers, people are going to look at LeBron as a Laker.
Yeah.
Like that is not only the power of being in a big market like LA, it's not only the power of winning a championship, but it's also the power of recency bias. And I'll tell you right now, whether it feels right or wrong, and I'll tell you it feels right, because Stafford never got the fair shake when he was in Detroit. It wasn't necessarily Detroit fans, but I've always been a fan of him from afar. And I just felt like the media always how they side with certain quarter. They never sided with him. With him, it was always Golden Tate's better than we realize because he's carrying Stafford. Or, Kenny Galladay. And then Kenny Galladay goes, and where's Kenny Galladay? What's he doing? Nothing. Without Stafford, nothing. Calvin Johnson. Right. They were, he'll just chuck it up to Calvin Johnson. Oh, really? Because that's not what you were saying about Johnny Manziel in college to Mike Evans.
Right.
That's all he was doing. Johnny Manziel's entire college career just consisted of just chucking it up. However, Stafford actually has accuracy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Was also playing in the NFL and wasn't just chucking it up to Calvin. Like, if you watch, guy with, I always love that because people will be like, oh, well, he only throws to Cooper Kupp. I was like, well, you had an argument when Cooper Kupp was the best receiver in the NFL. But honestly, you go back and he doesn't just throw it to one receiver. He has 1 year where it's Calvin Johnson. I believe it's Calvin Johnson, Nate Burleson, and Brandon Pettigrew all had over 100 targets.
Yeah.
So explain how did that just go to one guy if three guys are over 100 targets? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's playing better than any quarterback right now in the league. He needs to be considered for something. I don't know what that is, but he definitely needs to be considered for something.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, where are you? I don't want to get you in trouble. I know how, everyone is when you talk about DeMar Hamlin, but where are you on the comeback player of the year?
Yeah, I think he should be in consideration.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand the story behind Hamlin, right? And nobody wants to knock that kind of story, but from the field, it's a no doubter for me. The kind of play that we're seeing from Stafford right now, he definitely deserves comeback player of the year.
Because I understand, then someone would say, okay, well, did Stafford die and then get resurrected on the field? And I would just say, real quick, DeMar deserves to be honored. Definitely. Maybe have his own award because we've never seen anything like what he did.
Correct.
But you can't penalize other players, because
100%.
that player, it'd be different if DeMar Hamlin was right now playing in every game, one of the best safeties in the league, maybe leading the league in interceptions or tackles or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not against that. No one's gonna say he only won it because of this, but I mean, Stafford had a spinal cord contusion.
Right.
He very well could have retired. Tua Tagovailoa almost retired. These are the guys that I think of as comeback player of the year, because Tua literally, his season ended because of a concussion, and the concussion protocol was so bad and so mishandled that his season was over, So I look at him, I look at Stafford, I mean, even like Cooper Kupp, but I mean, the stats aren't really there. So I think it would be between Stafford and Tua. And I think I would go with Stafford, because I think Stafford played better than Tua, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, what's the last 5 games? He's been, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, that's just amazing. That's amazing stat. Right?
It's absolutely mind-blowing. By the way, his passer rating now is at 93. So I feel like his stats are finally starting to look how he truly is playing. And, I know the stats are better in 2021. 102.9 passer rating, 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns, 17 picks. But it's a different Stafford. He's not taking those risky throws as much. And especially after the bye, I mean, when is he risking this rock? I never really see it. I mean, he might miss a throw, but I think he's sacrificing maybe the easy throw sometimes just to play it safe. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still throwing those tight windows and everything. But I mean, I'm talking about those really risky throws that led to his 17 interceptions, which, by the way, it's not that big of a deal, but I think he has taken a step back, and he's realized the makeup of this team and the lack of depth, so to speak, and just how, small these margins are, the margin for error. I mean, it's so slim that I think he's just like, screw it. I'm just going to make sure I play ball control football. And if I do that and I give us, 27 points, which they've had 27 points in 4 straight games, at least. If I do that, then I'm just going to trust Raheem Morris and my defense to be able to do the rest. I got Kyren Williams. First time in my history, I have a 1,000-yard rusher. First time in my history, I have a back-to-back 100-yard rusher in back-to-back games. He's done that now 3 times. What Stafford is seeing is something he's never been a part of. That's the crazy thing. I think a lot of it has to do with Kyren. I think he's making Stafford more confident, more comfortable. It's just an awesome
combo. So it's an excellent 1-2 punch. I mean, having Stafford there and having the element of a running game to keep the defense honest, it just makes him that much better.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel great watching. I feel, confidence and
definitely proud. Definitely. I mean, I love Jared Goff and all that, but watching Stafford, I have confidence.
Yeah.
Right. And with Goff, for whatever reason, I just did not have the same kind of level of confidence.
No. And does it mean that Goff isn't good? No. But the Rams, I mean, I can't stress this enough. The throw that Stafford made tonight to Demarcus Robinson, that touchdown throw.
That's off the hook.
You see from his angle, and he is absolutely blanketed.
Right.
Like, his angle, he's not open, but he knows he can throw it over. They tried to do that with Tutu earlier in the year, and it just didn't work with him.
Too short.
So I do hope they get him back into the offense, because I don't know what that was.
They need a deep threat. They need somebody who could take it vertically, right?
Yes. And I really like. I don't know. I feel like this rendition of the Rams under McVay is my favorite. Does it mean they win the Super Bowl? I don't know. But as somebody that watches a lot of college basketball, And I think this is the best analogy because as a Kansas Jayhawk fan, the team that seems to always win it all for the Jayhawks is not the team that you would expect. It's not the team with Wiggins and Embiid. It's not the team with Frank Mason, National Player of the Year. It's the team with the Island of Misfit Toys where you're thinking they're going to get a 4 seed and they end up getting a 1 and they get hot. And I mean, that is kind of how I feel about this team is like, you know, is this the team that can do it? I mean, I feel 2017, the reason why I feel so connected to this team, though, is this is the first team, regardless of what anybody says. We heard Super Bowl hangover. We did. But this is the first team where Sean McVay, before the season, nobody gave him a rat's chance in hell. I mean, like, no one. I mean, you know, obviously, like, I mean, I did, and, you know, Rams fans, but I mean, outside of Rams fans, and most Rams fans didn't. But I mean, even go back to 2017, you look, a lot of people were pretty optimistic. And the people that didn't like Sean McVay had some sort of agenda about Sean McVay getting a job. You know, so that doesn't even matter. But I mean, before this season, you know, I would say 90% of the football world thought Sean McVay was about to have a worse season than last year or as equal to last year. And I think that led to my love for this team, this particular team with all the players on it and everything. I just feel like we haven't seen a McVay team be this young. We haven't seen a McVay team, you know, want to just build through the draft. I mean, this team is a draft-built team without a first-round pick since 2016. So, you know, I mean, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. I think there needs to be some consideration for Coach McVay as Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Right?
He's runner-up. I don't think there's no way you don't give it to DeMeco Ryans because that team, we could talk about how the Rams are supposed to be bad. People thought the Texans would win 1 game. I had them winning 6 or 7, but you know, I was a little bit higher on them. But like, there are people that were literally like, oh, they're gonna win 2 games. You know. Now
let me say this: if McVay takes the team to the Super Bowl, do you change your opinion?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with the statement, but I mean, with the collection of players that he has to work with. Now, on offense is a different story, but on defense, the collection of people he has to work with and kind of put this all together and string the kind of wins that we're stringing. I mean, that takes good coaching.
Yeah, I mean, the coaching job has just been absolutely insane. I mean, if you really think about it, it's just so impressive the job that he's done. And I got news for you. I think this Giants game, this is the blowout incoming. You know how it feels like they haven't quite really, even the Cardinals, I understood they blow out the Browns in the end. I mean, this could, I feel like this is going to be an absolute beatdown. I feel like the Giants at home, their defense has been so good, but look at who they've gone up against. I think what we found out is that the Packers aren't that good. I think what we found out is that I didn't realize until right before this game. It's why I made that video about, like, basically I never do it. But then I recently had this realization over the last, I don't know, month. I'm no longer a superstitious person. I don't believe in it. I don't have anything to do with it. So I did make the video and I said, the Rams are going to win this game and here's why. Something along those lines. And I just kept looking at the resume for the Saints and I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, we talk so much about, oh, they're number 2 in the league in pass, pass defense and whatnot. Right. But if they don't play anybody worth a damn, who cares? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking is like, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, the Rams, they give up their yards, right? Like defensive, like, okay. They still, I really like the way they play defense. There are times that, like, again, those lapses, but for the most part, like that game was pretty much the Washington game with a much better, team that they went up against. But the Saints defense was number 2 going into this game, pass defense. They were allowing 182 yards through the air. Matthew Stafford, I mean, he just ripped them to shreds. I mean,
he did
320 plus yards.
He did.
I mean, I took the under on Matthew Stafford's passing. I think it was like 248. And I was thinking, short week, Sean McVay's going to want to run, just going to want to play ball control, 24-13. And sure enough, he's like, nope, we want to throw it all over the yard.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
And that makes them so much better, right? When they can, when the other team cannot key on one particular player, right? We got Nacua involved, we got Robinson involved, we got Cup, we got Higbee, we got, it's all these dimensions that people have to account for on defense, and that just makes us much more difficult team to defend.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, and that is how, and it goes back to having an elite quarterback,
right?
Because even if your running back isn't very good, right, your elite quarterback keeps the defense honest. You can't just put 9 guys in the box. If anything, you're going to have a lighter box. You're going to have to account for how elite this guy is, how he sees the field, how he reads the field, how he anticipates the field. And it makes the running back's job easier. Yeah. And that's why the Rams are so scary, because he's making Kyren Williams' job easier, and Kyren Williams has already proven he doesn't need his job to be easy.
Right.
I mean, the guy is, and I don't know if you saw this, the stat that I pulled, and I mean, he's probably already passed him after this game. I can't believe how many tackles he forced, missed tackles he forced, but missed tackles forced. Right. Kyren Williams this year in 10 games going into it. I don't have the numbers yet for 11, but 10 games, he is ahead of every single Rams running back since the stat was a thing in 2006.
Yeah.
Since Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
I'm just amazed at his change of direction. I'm just amazed at how well he's able to kind of pivot to one, find a hold of the other, and kind of pop it. Right, it's just amazing to see.
He jump cuts like Marshall Faulk.
That's exactly what you took that out of my my thought process. I was going to mention that. Right.
I just watched Marshall today, and I saw it. Yeah, I watched him 2000 against the Saints, the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Kurt Warner got concussed. Trent Green came in. They won. I think it was like 26-19 or something. Right. Yeah. Marshall Faulk, he broke Emmitt Smith's touchdown record in that game.
Maybe even a Barry Sanders.
I mean, I see that. Just the wiggle he has. It's it's not easy to move like that. I mean, the human body isn't supposed to move like that.
Correct.
And I feel like we kind of take it for granted, just like the Puka Nacua catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like where, I mean, he's going to drop the easy one, but he's making shit I've never seen before. Right. And it's every single week.
And he's bringing a what do you call it? A physicality to the position that we've never had in such a long time.
It's true. And I think really it's because he's young and doesn't even know what it is to survive in the NFL. I think that's the thing, is he doesn't even know how good he is yet.
Right.
He doesn't have any idea how good he's going to be. I mean, what he's doing, this isn't these aren't rub routes to get him open every time now. I mean, he's still getting contested catches, and he's still coming down with them. And that's the thing that I think separates receivers the most. Because, when you have all these idiot Hall of Fame voters and they're anti-receivers, and all these receivers get backlogged, like Henry Ellen, for instance, should be in the Hall of Fame. It's absolutely ludicrous he's not. Yeah. Just imagine if he had, good quarterback play his whole career instead of just towards the end of it. But, I feel like Hall of Fame voters, when it comes to receivers, they look at they're only as good as their quarterback, or their quarterback makes them, or the system. And when you watch Puka Nacua, that's a great throw by Stafford on the sliding grab while the guy's holding his horse collar. It was really bizarre. Right. It's a great throw, but the catch is unbelievable. I mean, that's not quarterback, carried you there. That wasn't a wide open. There wasn't a rub route where Cooper Kupp legal picks, and now you have a wide open lane. You have to go. You have to make that catch. You have to hold on the ball. Yeah, the whole way down. That is not an easy play, and that's every single week for Puka Nacua. And it's just it's insane to me. It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love a lot of the elements that the Rams offense is bringing now. I mean, it's off the charts, and I'm really looking forward to what they do here the next few weeks. I think the sky's the limit for this team offensively if they can keep these players healthy and headed in the right direction. And the defense can only get better with time and experience. So it's
Oh no, Ray. You're cutting in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Oh my God. I was
Okay.
like, we're getting to the end of this thing. I can't
Yeah,
just
no,
lose you,
absolutely.
man.
Yeah, so I don't want to take it. I mean, we're already kind of pushing on 3 o'clock here, Jake. So again, thank you again for all you do to all the Ram community out here, just kind of chomping at the bit for some Rams news and burning the midnight oil when you're not feeling well and making it all happen. So kudos to you, my friend.
Hey, appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for accompanying me as always. Tomorrow should be fun. If you're interested, I'll go live, and I don't know how long it'll be. I don't know when it'll be, but you'll know when it's out. But I do want to go live. I owe it to the people that I couldn't have on like I normally do each week. I probably could have had him on. Hindsight's 2020, I guess. But
yeah.
But it just
no worries. Thanks for all you do, and let's take care of business and let's go into the playoff strong.
Sounds good. Hey, appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
All right, you too.
Go Rams.
Go Rams. All right, folks. Man, this has been one for the ages. I'll never forget this show. Reason being, first off, I said this is one of the biggest games of Sean McVay's career. I still stand by it. This was win or go home. This was protect your home field. Playoff atmosphere. Shout out to the Rams fans that attended this game. This felt like a playoff game, and it felt like a home playoff game. It felt like a legit home playoff advantage. That's great stuff. Also, you guys showing out in full force. Over 7,000 views in this one. Had over 1,100 people live. We're talking out like after midnight here on the East Coast. It's now past 3 a.m. I'm still live, and you guys, 352 people. I mean, this is just gnarly shit, man. This isn't stuff you get used to. I mean, by the time I wake up, I'll probably be at 22,000 subscribers. It's just crazy, and I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. You guys are great, and I'll say this again, because I said on one of the shows, the new subscribers, because I mean the old ones, the OGs, I love you guys. You already know that. The new subscribers who are showing love to the other shows on this channel, showing love to Cam, showing love to Alexis, that's what it's all about. Because we're all a team. We're all a community here on this channel. Our job, our sole purpose is to entertain and inform about the Rams and give you something. The world isn't always a great place. Life isn't always great. But the whole point of this channel is that when you're having that shit day and everything seems to not be going your way and you want to know about your Rams or you just want to, be entertained, you can come here and you can be entertained. Or you can call in and get to, say your piece. I love this team. I've loved this team for a while. I do things a little differently than other people do. This isn't a straight, even though I cover the Rams, this isn't straight suit and tie in the press box. This is way different. I'm in upstate New York. I watch the games. I watch, all 22 film. And that's really that. I mean, I'm not at the games. I don't have, credentials or anything like that, but still you guys, constantly inspire me to be better. And, I really appreciate it. And man, it wasn't easy to do this, fighting the flu, but you guys made it easy to do this, fighting the flu. So I appreciate you guys. I am going to go to bed now. I can't believe how many people are still live. I can't believe how many people are watching me right now. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, but appreciate you guys. Everyone who donated, thank you so much. Swizzleberry, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs again. Really appreciate you. Appreciate everyone. Giveaways, if you want any of the giveaways, email me at jkbogan15@gmail.com. If you're verified on Twitter, I didn't know this. You have to apparently be verified, which is the dumbest shit ever. But if you're verified, then send me a Twitter DM. If not, send me a DM on Instagram where you can actually do it for free without paying. God, Twitter's losing its shit. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Really cool stuff. Oh my God, Swizzle with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. I am out of gas, completely out. I've lost it. So thank you guys so much. And if you're watching on the replay and you made it to this point, God help you. Everyone enjoy. If I don't see you guys have a great holiday season and everything. I am going to be live at some point tomorrow for a little bit. So if you're interested in that, Discord. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, do that. If you're a Rams fan, Discord's free. It's 24/7. It's the community. Link is in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks.